Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 58. This is Exploring the Caverns. I am Nate, and standing across the room from me is Chris.
Hey, hi, I'm Chris. Standing across the room from me is Nate.
And we're going to take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge and show you what we're working on, what we're thinking about, our trials and tribulations, everything without any tech errors whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I think this is one of the smoothest openings we've had in a while.
Well, except I forgot my beer. We're gonna hang out and have a drink and spend the next 2 hours looking at terrain, talking terrain, and having a good time. What are we covering today, Chris?
Well, today we're showing you the stuff we're working on in a more literal sense than usual. We're working on a video currently. We've been doing a lot of kind of revamping about what we want. Our goals with the YouTube channel and just our video production in general.
Do you want a hard seltzer?
Sure. Why not?
I thought it said stoner seltzer, but that's stronger seltzer.
Yeah. I'm glad you gave me the choking hazard as well. One of the things we wanted to do is we want to kind of have a 1-2 punch of videos to introduce people to each major biome. So the idea...
This is the intro. It's TLDR. We're going to build with Caverns. We're going to do a bunch of sample builds with Caverns. Stay tuned.
We're going to show you some of the creative process behind that. We've also got a lot of new people today, so thank you for coming to the first stream, guys.
Actually, it's a fantastic first stream because we're going to do some intro sets on Caverns, and we want your feedback.
Yes.
So that's the other one of the many fun parts about the show. We actually, tell us what you're thinking. We want to interact with you. We want to hear from you. We want your jokes. We want your hype train. We want all of it.
I think one of the new people actually was just having a conversation earlier today that fits perfectly into this. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
We have a giveaway at somewhere at the halfway-ish point. So you stay tuned, and you can win a $50 gift card. How's that sitting with you there, Chris?
It hit me differently than I expected. It's the Pops seltzer. Got it.
I can feel your disdain from here.
No, it got good. It surprised me, but then it went down pretty well.
I'm trying to think of a fun analogy, but anyway, let's. Should we go to the news?
Yeah, let's go to the news.
One item, whatever. It's the news. It's the news.
It genuinely sounds like Pup Named Scooby-Doo sound effects every time you do that. You ever watch Pup Named Scooby-Doo?
No, but I think I need to.
Authentically, I think it's the best Scooby-Doo cartoon, if I'm being real. It's consistently very, very funny. It's very good.
Appreciate that you're always real, Chris. Even when you're talking about obscure indie games that no one's ever heard of. Yeah.
If I'm being facetious, Scooby-Doo the Cyber Chase movie.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing. They did one where he I think they were an amusement park or something. Or
so what's in the news, Chris?
What's in the news? We don't have. So we don't. This is actually pretty shocking. We don't have any test shots to show you this week. So that's exciting. We're gonna get right. I know some people complain that we take too long showing test shots every week.
Do they really?
Some people are like, I wish we got more information about cities instead of 40 minutes of test shots.
Now they're going to complain that we don't have any test shots.
We don't have anything to show us.
But you know what this means? We're almost done with all the Wildlands test shots. We have, for next week, we're supposed to get tomorrow or Friday, we get almost everything that's left. Oracle Pool, the rest of the waterfall, I think the barge is coming in this thing. We're down to, we'll be waiting for one more batch after that. So by end of this month, we'll have all the test shots. We've shown them to you. Yay!
Yeah. So we'll have some of the coolest pieces to show next week. But the shipment's not here yet.
Spore Claw, I think.
Oh, we do have a hype train. Thank you for the hype train, everybody.
We also have a little funnel to show, but we'll show that next week. The fogger comes with a little miniature funnel.
The fogger funnel.
Because, don't you need a miniature funnel in your life?
It makes it easier to load it, yeah.
You need a miniature funnel in your life.
You can use it when you're cooking.
No.
You probably can.
Strictly for distilled water.
Somebody will find a use for it.
No.
You can put distilled water into a...
No.
All right. Well, that was that was all the news for this week, really. Pretty much everything we got going on is...
Is that all the news?
Behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure. Can you think of anything? Everything we're working on, we can't talk about, really.
Well, that's the news. we've been telling people about it, but we'll tell them again for the new people. We're not going to. We're postponing our launch of our cities Kickstarter until early 2022, so that we can get Wildlands fulfillment out the door. We're not quite sure when Wildlands is all going to ship. We're getting close to having the first batch ready to go, but international shipping is a shipwreck right now. Is that a?
I don't think that's appropriate.
No. Okay. International shipping is a mess right now. Everything's backed up. The prices are through the roof. It's just we've had this restock has been sitting for 5 weeks now, 6 weeks now. It's supposed to go out 2 more weeks on our theoretical boat, but until it's actually on the water, who knows? So much less, who knows when? There's a backup. All these containers are backed up now. So who knows when Wildlands, the first batch is ready? Who knows when that's actually going to go out? Much less the second and third batch. So
that's the main thing.
We don't.
Initially, we were like, okay, well, at least as soon as it's done, we can send it out. We can't guarantee that anymore.
No.
It might be sitting there for a while.
So we don't know when Wildlands is going to ship. So we're not going to launch our next terrain Kickstarter until we get that out the door to everybody, or at least you might not have it in your hands, but we want to have it. We want to have everything shipped at least has left, and then we launch. But then we're going to do something, surprise non-terrain Kickstarter. I guess not a surprise anymore. A small, unexpected.
What it is still a surprise.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
A mysterious Kickstarter of small scale. I mean, that could be referring to what it is, or it could be referring to how many things it is. I don't know.
I'm kind of excited for the fact that we're teasing it in this way, because I don't know that we'll ever get another chance to work the hype cycle of a Kickstarter in quite this fashion, just because people are like, well, if it's not terrain,
yeah. But they're also maybe they're just trying to throw us off by saying it's not terrain. We don't even know. It's a double. Yeah. So anyway, late October, early November, we're going to launch a small Kickstarter, something mysterious, which will be done before Thanksgiving. And then early 2021, 22, I mean, cities.
Earlier, Eldritch Alchemist asked what our projection was for the next restock. We're currently looking at early September. If it gets on the ship when it's supposed to.
It's supposed to arrive around Labor Day. If it gets onto that ship and nothing goes wrong and doesn't get stuck in customs and whatever, it's supposed to arrive around Labor Day, then about a week to get to the factory and get received and whatever. So maybe the 15th or something of September. I don't know. But there's a lot of things between here and there. It's like a D&D campaign. Just because you're going from this town to that town doesn't mean you're going to get there without an ambush on the road or something of the sorts. But thank you for the questions, and keep your questions coming. That's why we are here, to give roundabout answers to your questions.
Yeah, everybody in chat, I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything that you guess.
No.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny any of it. Just a ballpark was helpful. Yeah, it's later than we wanted, but it's just because it's been sitting there. All the stuff has been made, and it's been sitting there waiting to be shipped out for a while.
Well, Jay even paid the expediting fee.
He something like that extra.
The envelope of money to the harbor master, be like, can you get us on the thing? And we're not on the thing, so guess we need a bigger envelope of cash. Should have stuck some dwarvenite in there.
Yeah, I feel like we need to give him something other than money at this point.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think literally everybody else also gave them the expedition money, which is the problem. Yeah. You can't pay them to skip to the front of the line if everybody else also pays to skip to the front of the line.
Well, just the whole line moves forward.
Yeah. That's really all that happened. But then nobody moves. When everyone's special, no one is.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, I guess.
Should we build
that's all of it.
Because it's an ambitious slate of building.
Yeah. So, generally speaking, as I was saying, one of the things that we want to do is we've been really trying to put effort into making our product and our store and our website in general more accessible to newer people, because we feel like that's usually one of the things we struggle with. We've got a ton of pieces, and it can be very complicated from the outside to figure out exactly how it all works.
Well, we haven't really, outside of Kickstarters, we haven't done a great job of explaining a lot of our, what our stuff is, how it works, why, where to start, what's what can a set build, all that stuff. We're generally just plunging forward into the next Kickstarter. So we're trying to have a better on-ramp for new folks.
So part of that is, if you remember those blank in 60-second videos that we made.
Blank in 60 seconds. Yeah.
Hey, we did like
Forest in 60 seconds, Dwarven Forge in 60 seconds,
Yeah.
Swamp in 60 seconds.
Yeah, we did that during the Wildlands Kickstarter, and we were like, this is pretty helpful to go over like the features of a thing and quickly explain what that has to offer.
Fun
compared to other
fact,
sets.
none of them were actually 60 seconds.
They weren't, and that's why I'm wondering, like, maybe we dropped the 60 second.
Yeah.
The 60 seconds title is like good for clickbait, though. Is the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
the idea is it's a non-committal. Like, you don't have to spend 20 minutes watching me wander through some walkthrough to figure out how the thing works. You can.
Hidden Mana is convinced that you were a boxer in the past.
I know. I'm
Kind of close. You did
I don't
something
like getting
close.
hit in the head. Is the fundamental problem.
Eh.
I've done a lot of LARPing.
All you gotta do is
I
just
will-
like leave your. You just gotta like leave your torso open all the time.
Yeah.
Then just like always guard up here, so nobody will even want to go for your head in the first place, right?
Just feel
Spend your entire time.
No, I've done a lot of LARPing, and I love fighting sword and board. So this is one, like, you know, up in there. Bap, 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 bap.
Yeah.
But no, I don't do real fighting because that's why, you know, you get kicked in the head and stuff. That's no good.
The
good.
point is, generally speaking, what we'd like to do is have a pair of videos that are kind of like a 1-2 punch for introducing you to
Oh,
each
1-2
biome.
punch like a boxer.
Like a
How does it get-
boxer.
Crack, guy.
And then we hit you with a haymaker that's just like a big beauty video, and you're like, well, I gotta have all of that.
Is that a haymaker where you do this thing?
That's that's a Looney Tunes bit.
Yeah,
is
that's
what
the
that
best
is,
punch. That's my
actually.
specialty.
That's
it.
authentically
Yeah.
that's authentically
Yeah.
from the Three Stooges. Man, one of my favorite bits.
They were boxers. Do you
One
know
of my
that's
favorite bits in the Three Stooges is like a big wind up, and then he just boop. Like
It's brilliant.
You can watch
See
one-
this? Look
so
after
good.
that.
Point
My
is,
dad did that with
a
snowballs.
1-2 punch of having something kind of like the 60-second video that is a very fast-paced, like, here's all the features. It, like, magnets. It builds in, like, this way. Like, just, like, really fast stuff. And then having a video that is geared towards... It's a bit longer. It's geared towards taking people who are just getting into that biome and kind of showing you how to get your collection started there. So kind of introducing you to the core sets in that area, what they do, and then how you can like add on to it.
How to start in caverns.
Yes.
Brevity. You see
We'll work
that?
on it. So-
Where to start in caverns?
Something
Getting
like that.
started in caverns.
We'll keep
Delve
workshopping it.
here.
We've got plenty of time to sort that part out. So the basic
Your
idea.
adventure starts
Oh my
here.
the
Caverns.
The basic idea is, and some of the,
That
some
was
of
the
newer-
idea. Your caverns start here.
The general idea is, and some of the newer people that are here in chat that I've been seeing,
Session 0.
like Ravenkin. Ravenkin, I believe you were just having a conversation in the Discord recently where you were like, should I get these cores? Like, how does that work and all that? The goal of this video is basically to go, this is what the cores give you. This is why you should get started with a core, and then this is how you add on to that core to get a bunch out of it, kind of showcasing how flexible they are.
It's the living version of the sample builds.
Yes.
Like during our Kickstarters, we show like, hey, this set can build this, or this set plus this set can build this. It's kind of the living version of that, focused on caverns. So like, hey, I want to figure out where do I begin my caverns journey? Boom. Watch like 3-minute video, and you get a sense of, oh, okay, if I get this core, or 2 of these cores together, or this core plus this add-on, I can build stuff. And we're focusing on things that we have in stock or can keep in stock in general, focusing on core sets, and hopefully it'll give you, if you're trying to figure out where to start in caverns, it'll help you out. And then we'll do one in dungeons, we'll do one in cities, we'll do... Wilderness terrifies me, but we'll get there. We were talking about core sets today. Tyler and I were trying to figure out what
How do you
the
do how do you do a
future of
core set
wilderness
for the-
is.
Yeah. Core
It's
sets
a-
for Wildlands is so hard because it's not room based.
It's a train wreck, but we'll get there.
We'll
it's
figure
a
it out.
it's a international shipwreck. It's a-
Jin Watson, that's basically exactly where our mind's at.
What does he say? What does he say? I
He
wanna
says
hear it.
you need an intro that starts off with the question, how do you play? Do you like dungeon crawls? Go look at the set of videos.
How do you
wargame?
play?
So that's another thing is we're also working on another video that is a more surface, like pulling further back, like this is... Yeah, if you're looking to like make cities, go look over here. If you're looking to make dungeons, go look over
It's
here.
the where do I start in Dwarven Forge?
Yeah.
So it's like which setting do I want? Do I want Dark Sun? Do I want to play in Forgotten Realms, or do I want to be a ham jammer?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and so then from there, we
Dark
then
Sun
go
was
into
the
like
correct
a video
answer.
like this for each biome where we can get specific about it. So like for this, it's like starting off with core sets, but then also, are you looking to kind of cover more space for less money? We'll go into this is how you can do negative space builds to like expand the area with less money.
Do people? Hey, we have several new people watching.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what negative space building is?
I feel like we should
you're
definitely
new.
cover it in.
Yeah.
in
I wish we
videos.
could give a new person had like a halo around their thing or something, so you could first time viewer gets like a blue sparkle, so you're
Twitch tells
does it?
Twitch tells me when somebody sends their first message on our channel, so I just try to then remember who it is that was like the first time. So like Ravenkin, Ravenkin joined the Discord like yesterday or the day before,
Right.
and then they got the first message.
Is Ravenkin a euphemism for Kenku?
Potentially, Ravenkin says, "Isn't that so?" In regards to the negative space thing, he says, "Isn't that overlapping things?"
Makes sense.
Kind of. Basically.
Well, we'll talk about it when we
you
get
can
there.
explain
But
it,
I'm curious because that's a
Oh,
that's a good...
Blue Streak is another person who had their first chat today. I think they just
Hello,
joined the
Blue
Discord
Streak.
like an hour ago.
Welcome.
Yeah, they just joined the Discord a bit ago. They said utilizing space that isn't occupied with details.
Yeah, or isn't occupied with terrain, but yes, you get the idea. But so there's a fuzzy idea, but as soon as they see it, they probably get it.
Yeah, so we definitely want to go over the specifics of what
So let's
it is.
build enough jibber jabber. We can jibber jabber while we build. Let's
right.
So here's what we're gonna do. Why don't we warm up? A little some vocal warm ups. I mean physical warm ups.
I haven't done that in a
Nailed it.
long time.
I can
Also,
tell.
that's not how you're supposed to do it. I was afraid of actually doing it at full volume with a mic right there.
Yeah, it would have
That's why. Otherwise, it would have sounded great.
like when angels sing, everyone just dies from the sound of the glorious peal. Yeah.
All right.
Can your voice make a peal? I think so.
If you get loud enough, if you get shrill enough.
So, first we're gonna take a couple of core sets and just see what you can build with just a core set, because I think that might be helpful to people, right?
I would love for us to just have a DSLR mounted up there. Oh well.
Yeah, well, it's not so killer though. All right, so I think this is everything in a core set minus this piece that wasn't there. Right, so this is a standard Caverns core set conceptually. What should I mean, there's not a ton you can do with, any requests from the studio audience?
For the newer people,
And this is literally, I just threw a bunch of pieces down randomly here. This was not even...
this isn't even like the build that you see in the picture for the Caverns core.
No, this was just like, I was just trying to get all the pieces on the table so we could actually set some lights up. So Casey could do a beautiful job lighting it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at my hands.
Casey's really knocked out the lighting.
Yeah.
Happy with it.
So what should we build? There's not a ton that could,
We
don't
do
say like a
have-
multi-level crazy...
So the general idea is to start off the video by just showing the core sets and how they can make different arrangements and all that.
Ooh.
And what happens when you combine the core sets with like the advanced core as well. And then we want to do a thing where we take like a mega Caverns core and then...
Where is advanced?
The advanced core... Oh! No, it's over here. It's over here. Right? Oh, maybe it's not.
Well,
I might have to grab it, actually.
when I get set up, maybe you grab an advance, because that's a key ingredient. That's like garlic.
I thought I put one together. Oh well.
Ask Odin Forge. What's like a key ingredient thing?
Let's see.
I really want to. Is Odin Forge watching?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is Odin Forged watching? Is he here today?
He retweeted the announcement, so I imagine he's here.
I really want to. Once you can travel again, I want to go take a road trip. He's offered to feed anyone from Dwarven Forge that comes to his house. He'll feed and entertain. And he posts pictures of his cooking, and it looks pretty exciting.
Let's see.
So
Okay,
here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm going to do a like one large room sort of thing, and then something that feels like it's a couple chambers, if I can. The 13 chambers of death.
Seeing friends, I spent 2 hours on the phone with Dan from Hammer today.
Hammer tables.
Hammer tables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dude, he did a crazy stunt where he did like a 17 section table or something absurd, and that's like 50 feet long.
Do the tiles lock together? No, but they not for the caverns, but they have magnets on the bottom, and if you use a terrain tray, which has a sheet of metal in it, they will stick to the terrain tray.
Yeah. And then you can go, whoa.
Yeah.
Right. So, which is also instrumental for negative space builds if you want to do some water or whatever. We'll get to those in a sec. No, right now we're just throwing them around on the table and see what happens. I was saying to Tyler earlier today that I think Caverns is, I think, my favorite biome to build with. It's just I find it very relaxing. I'm sure the one here. I find it very relaxing to build tiles-based pieces, like 2x2 tiles-based pieces with organic shapes. It's just like it's my sweet spot. It makes me happy.
There we go.
Let's see.
Put that in there. There we go. All right.
What happened?
Like the screw holding it to the plate was came loose.
Ruh-roh.
So that wasn't good. Let's see.
Sounds dangerous, Chris.
All right.
Glad we had a trained professional in there.
Glad
you did your vocal warm-ups.
I think somebody said they wanted to see like a 2-chamber thing.
Yes, I'll do a 2-chamber thing next.
Is there anything we're curious about when it comes to just the core sets for the newer people? Is there anything you're wanting to see with the core sets that would help you try to make up your mind on what you need
else?
Exactly?
Besides, like, oh wow, you can do this and this with I want to seal this up. I do.
Glimmermoth, can you make crossroads / road split? Oh, like make it go into 2 different paths with core?
Not with core. With Mega, I can. I don't have quite enough. Don't have enough pieces. Man, I'm still 1 floor shy. Everything I want to do. Who made this composition?
Do the unpainted sets come pre-primed? So you actually don't need to prime these pieces.
I guess we could do that. Something like this.
Yeah. The only time you kind of need to do something similar to priming is with Hellscape if you want to like maximize the so it's like translucent. So you want to prime the parts that you don't want light to come through in white. But when you're generally painting, you actually don't need to prime them for the paint to stick.
Oh, yeah.
What's the longest dungeon you can make?
With one of these?
Yeah.
Not very long. I'm recording these for science. All right, we got. Okay, that's one option with the core. That's like one big room. Let's do 2 rooms. I'm excited to do Mega Core because there's enough pieces to like get a little wild. Trying to shuffle.
Look at that ASMR. There we
Shuffle
go.
the deck, as it were. Where's our?
YouTube has some great paint steps for Dwarven Forge. Yeah, I'm excited to get making some paint videos again.
Yes. You know what?
Especially when Wildlands comes out. We'll need
You know what, Chris?
What's up?
The paint guides are almost up. That's what.
Yeah.
Aaron,
those are being worked on.
Aaron and Letitia have been. Oh, let me do it.
So
have been working on a whole bunch of paint guides. I just saw Hellscape Dungeon, just plain, just PDF, simple PDFs. So coming soon. Deus's Forsaken Temple, all sorts of.
So a core set's roughly 8x8. Kegel's wondering. Like what the footprint of a core set
I don't know.
is.
Let's measure this one. It's bigger than 8x8, I think, for sure.
Like it fits pretty well on a 12x12 terrain tray, but it doesn't fill. It's not 12x12 solid floor space by itself. Paint guides rock, yeah.
Yeah, we got guides incoming.
Maybe some negative space to allow bigger build with fewer pieces. Yes, that's one of the things we're going to do is we have some banks packs over there, and so we're going to show how you can do negative space builds in the video. Ooh. So what is that? You made a little.
That's 6
Oh,
by
now you're gonna put
6, and now I'm gonna do a second. And I'm
You're gonna make a room on the other side.
Yeah, try and make something fun.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm gonna put a trap. Traps. Tricksy, trapsy hobbits. Oh, is it called quicksand? I don't know. We got the little quicksand patch you put under here. Right, and then you put the lid. Where does the lid go? There. Yeah, so it looks like a floor, and then the players step on it. It shatters away, and they drop in there. So we're gonna put that right through the little passageway here. So we have a little opening. Oops. See if it can fit through here. Ah. Put a little thing there. Ba-ba-bum.
Really
what I
like
should have
those.
done is a diagonal. Yeah, it turns out we had some good forethought on some of our pieces, Chris.
Yeah. Well,
Who
the
knew?
geometry with Caverns Deep is like, and this is why the core sets are so good, is the basic geometry for when you guys revisited Caverns was just really, really solid.
Thank you very much.
Let's see.
Yeah, we worked hard to try and. Well, let's see what I'm gonna cheat. Let's see what happens. Yes. You know, when you have to build with limited pieces, which I generally don't have to do unless I'm doing a thing where we're building with actual sets, you find all sorts of fun, creative ways. Oh man, I'm short on force. Fun, creative ways. I mean, I'm extra on force to do some things. Forces, limitation forces creativity. Storm Forge way. What if I could make it? One trick too you can do is you can take the what are we up here? Take a 2x2 floor in the rising stalagmite and put it on there and basically use it as an extra wall, which I do sometimes.
Can you add those pieces to the entrance?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Whoever thought of that is clever. I was gonna try this. Let's see.
That was Friar Fink.
Firefink, thank you, sir. I think you're onto something. Anyway, so now we have like a kind of a nice wide opening area. There we go. Yeah, we got a little something here. Throw us corner fill. Well, really, I mean, so the core, the Caverns core sets, we designed them to just be bursting with all the basic bread and butter pieces you would just be using over and over and over again. Like it's all like you could buy 5 core sets and just not feel like you had too much repetition of anything, I don't think. It's really kind of the ideal setup. Let's break some eyesight there. And then they also pair really well with accessory sets so to flesh out anything else you might be missing. Soften, maybe we'll fill. No, because I got a thing there. I don't know. Where do I want to put this last guy? Here. Maybe make that a little nook. Yeah. So I don't know. We got a two chamber thing, and it's roughly 8 inches by 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 inches. 8 by 12. It's a lot bigger than 8 by 8. It's not bad. 50% larger. All right. So that gives us two random options for a regular core. Should I do a basic cavern? Is that crazy? I don't know. Let's see what we can make out of a basic cavern, because there's like nothing. It's a very, very small. It's a very small set. It works. You know, it's really good to flesh out if you take a basic and add it to a core set or add it to a mega. It fleshes out your piece array. I have some loud smashing piece sounds coming up. All right. Although honestly, if you just wanted more basic pieces, you're almost better just saving up a little more for the, like it's pretty much, you get so much more with the regular Caverns core than the basic. The problem with the basic is it's just too much repetition of pieces. Like it's just the same couple walls, floors, and corners. There's no variation. The core has great variation. This is it's if you want to get a little sampler or you want to build out just a little more, it's good. But I don't know, what is it? It's $40 more for the regular core.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, you're better off just saving.
I think it's 70
saving up for the.
I think it's like 70 for the basic, and like 111 for the core. Let me see. 114 for the core, 70 for the basic.
Yeah, save the extra couple of bucks.
Core and basic might be confusing for people. People are saying that it's kind of confusing to have basic and core.
What should the basic be called?
It
well,
it's
it's too late now because it's already made, but we could change the name.
Yeah, we could change the name. It feels it really does just feel like a way to just like supplement your collection a little bit, as opposed to being a thing that kind of stands on its own as much. Walls and floors or something.
Yeah, it's walls and floors pack, but it's
mostly straight.
It is self-contained. No, it's got actually almost too many corners. It's got diagonals.
Expansion.
It's got so we could do something like that. It's got diagonals. It's got corners. It's got straights. It has, it has enough to do a little something.
Basic is more of an extended sampler.
Yeah, it really is like a Cavern sampler. It's not pretty, but you could do something
Call it first taste of your new addiction.
Ha!
It is kind of like a taster platter or something.
Yeah, so like the flight of, it just gives you a couple.
Let's see.
We could do. But it doesn't have enough variety. If you did mix this with a regular core, you'd be in great shape. Although I feel like the core just gives you such better variety. Let's do something crazy. How many corners do I have in here? 6, I think, right? Yeah. So let's try and do a little nook. No, I want to go one more. No, I can close that out. Ah! Oh, luckily it's Dwarvenite. It's nearly indestructible. How many of the new folks, I mean, I'm asking a question that I can't hear the answer to, but how many of the new folks have ever actually touched Dwarvenite? Are you watching this? Like, do you have any of our stuff, or are you just curious? Dwarven curious?
I think with Ravenkin
nice
and Blue Streak, I think they were just talking about it, so if they did order, I don't think it would be there by now.
This is a nice little, I like this little basic build. It's not as bad, the basic is not as bad as I remembered it being. Like it is just enough to pull something off. You know what it is? It's frustratingly, like, if you just had 10 more pieces, you could really take over the world, which is the core.
How much, yeah, I guess that's the thing, it's just when you compare it to the core, I wonder if you just combine this with, like, a chasm pack or something, or with, like, stone banks. Like, how much does that? How well? Like, if you combine it with like one other pack.
Advanced.
Or yeah, with advanced builder, that should be a complete advanced builder now.
Yeah, that's not crazy. Should we try that?
Yeah, let's try it. See what happens with basic and advanced.
So.
Oh, right there, yeah.
This actually might be nice because this has basically no variety. The advanced is all variety. So the advanced pack is. Does it really have two of these?
It has two.
Two concaves.
Oh, maybe not. Let me check real quick.
Wait, is one of those a diagonal corner? Like the big.
It has two convex corners.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the advanced has all these. This is one of my favorite pieces. Wow. This is a great set. It has all these. It has interesting geometry. It's got those. It's got this crazy convex. It's got more diagonals. It's got the swell somewhere. It's got the swell to offset things by 1 inch, right? So it comes in 2 inches on. 2 inches on this side, comes out 1 inch on that side, and then the opposite swell and trifecta. So and some 1-bys, right? 1-by-1 corner, 1-by-1 straight. So you can gives you a lot more organic flexibility. So let's try.
Yeah, it has a lot of those interesting shapes.
Oh, it's got the rising. This guy's the rising walls.
Yeah, it's got one each of the rising walls.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hail Yourself, which is their first time chatting, says, "I've got a good amount of your stuff and patiently waiting for my Kickstarter stuff to arrive."
Woo!
So you jumped in on
patient.
So you jumped in on Wildlands, yeah? That was your first time coming in. Out of curiosity, if Wildlands is the first time you saw us and backed, what was it about the campaign that drew you in? I'm always curious to see, because we did a fair amount of new stuff with Wildlands, and I'm curious how much of that, because I know I've seen 2 people who have said that it was the dice that brought them in.
That's awesome.
And then they converted it into terrain from there.
All right, we're gonna scramble all this together and see what it makes. This is I'm kind of excited for this combo. I hadn't thought about it, but it's anything. What do any requests? Any requests from the?
Does anybody want to try and see something happen here?
What if we do a cool bottleneck using the 2 concaves? Right, you can make a neat.
What are those called?
They're convex.
Are they just called the convex corner, or are they?
I think it's a convex curve. I don't.
Is it the 4x4 convex curve?
This was 3 years.
I think there's just supposed to be one of them. If that's the 4x4 convex curve.
Yeah.
I think the convex corner is a smaller.
This little guy. Are there supposed to be 2 of these? Oh, there are 2 of these. So if there's only one of these, okay, take it out.
Cool. Yeah.
Take it away. Is there supposed to be the diagonal?
There's 2 diagonals in there.
No, the corner that takes an insert.
The corner entrance.
Sort of like the opposite version of this.
The corner entrance that has a gap in the middle? Yeah, there's one of those in there.
Okay, so there's not. So maybe you grab 2 of those guys instead.
That must be it. Okay.
Yep. All right, so let's try it. We use the corner entrance, and then we're gonna split. We're gonna go zig and zag. Let's see what happens.
That's what it is. They share a tub.
Thank you. Yeah, and they look really. They look very similar.
I just feel it in the hand, and it feels like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're very, very similar.
There's a little crossroads right there.
So we're gonna go this way, that way. It's gonna be fun. This thing we make let's make this like a little dead end. The challenge is gonna be interesting. Let's see. We don't have a ton of corners, so it's gonna be. We'll make that thing.
Hail Yourself, the person that was saying they joined us on Wildlands, said, "Honestly, getting good open terrain is what pulled me in." I think it's the thing, right? Is it's really hard to find terrain for wilderness.
Not anymore, Chris.
Well, that isn't just scatter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. These are. All right, I'm gonna have a cool. This is where you're.
Gilded Poison, who has been a very consistent viewer for a while.
Yeah.
She says, "Wildlands drew me in, and it was because of most of my campaigns have encounters outdoors. It was the most useful for my group, and the pieces just look beautiful." There's a lot of outdoor.
Hang on, here's another question. Is this supposed to be a passage wall or a? This is a trifecta straight, and I think it's supposed to be.
It's not 1x1 straight wall.
A passage, and is there supposed to be a trifecta swell or not?
There's a swell. There's 2 swell walls, right? But I don't see any trifecta.
Okay, so this I can think of. This is a.
There are 2 outside standing walls.
Got it. So there's one that's a trifecta straight, but I think I can fake it.
Okay.
Just have to remember. I'm looking this gift horse straight in the mouth and saying it needs braces. Your horse needs braces.
Effects. Found your guys' site while searching for terrains and such, and all of you guys rated the best. Looks the best and by far the coolest community.
Woo!
We do have a really solid community.
We have not just we have like the greatest community in the world. Like it is unbelievable. And you really feel it during a Kickstarter. Like there's just it's unbelievable. The energy and the enthusiasm and the jokes and the camaraderie and it's unbelievable. It gives all of us here like so much energy to, like the I don't know, it's really,
we also were like just amazing. So much more community connected than usual with Wildlands that it really kind of ramped it up. Rogue Esper says a combination of binge watching Critical Role and the Wildlands pieces drew me in. Unfortunately, I got in just after the Wildlands Kickstarter ended.
Oh.
Well, you'll have a shot when it hits the store, at least.
Are we going to take bets on how fast it's going to...
Depends on the pieces, right?
It's going to get shredded in the store.
Like I'm hoping that we got enough extra of the stuff that is going to go fast that, like, it balances out, you know?
You know what we have a lot of? We have a lot of Titan's teeth, which I'm really glad that we have a lot of those because I don't think we're ever going to be able to restock that.
Yeah.
So it's a chance. So we have enough that basically anybody that wants to get Titan's Tooth can hop on and get it. Hopefully, conceptually. Wow, I have enough to build another.
Hobby Hippo says he thinks Titan's Tooth is going to go out fast, as well as Waterfalls.
We've got a lot of Waterfalls and we have a lot of Titan's Tooth. Tyler was reading me the list today of sets that we have a decent amount of, and those were. I should have remembered it. When we get way closer to, it's probably, I don't know, it's not going on the store till at least December, if not like February. Who knows? Once we get everything out, so we'll see. We can do a whole thing breaking down what's there for you guys, so you'll know before it goes live what to focus in on.
Merc, it's not so much that it's in a mold with weird stuff, so much as just with those really large set pieces like Titan's Tooth and Stairway to Violence. Those are usually things that people are only going to buy one of, right?
Well, no. Yes. The bigger problem is MOQs. Like they want us to order 500 of it. Like Stairway to Violence, which has a really good price point. It's a really awesome set. It's like everything about it is dynamite. And we haven't sold we haven't sold 300 of it since the Kickstarter. We're ready to restock, and Jay's like, well, we've barely sold. How are we gonna order 500 of these if we haven't sold 300 in 3 years?
Yeah.
So it's that's the problem is the minimum order quantities are just like it's too damn expensive. It's like we can't tie everything up in it.
It's so much easier to justify it with core sets where there's like value in getting multiple, and it's a kind of thing that everybody could.
Well,
really
we're
use.
going to sell them. We'll sell 300 core sets in a year or 6 months rather than in 3 years. Like we can't buy stock to sit on for 3 years because it murders us.
What about starting to include those larger pieces in core sets? I don't think that's.
Well,
well, here's the thing. That if you want to get
jacks the price up by $80,
then you're paying more for the core sets then.
That's what Chris was saying. You only need how many Titan's Teeth do you need?
Yeah, Titan's Tooth and Ice Paint. I would love that, but then we'd have to trust that we could sell 500 of those. Because that's the thing, right? Like we were talking about with Caverns pieces in particular, how there's so many different paint schemes, and we were like, oh, well, we'll just split that 500 like minimum order quantity between different paint schemes, and there we
had a great scheme. It was a scheme. It was so good. It was solid.
And then
nothing could go wrong, Chris.
Yeah, and then what they told us was, well, if you're doing it in different paint schemes, then we actually need 500 of each paint scheme. And it was like, yikes. Okay.
Our scheme came crumbling to the ground.
I don't know that we can. So like to do like the Stairway to Violence in all 4 paint schemes, we'd have to order 2,000.
Yeah, it was that defeated the whole.
Yeah, that shot us down hard. We had such a cool idea for the Hellscape restock. We were gonna do all these new pieces, and then it was, yeah, those that
reality came in like a
yeah, that
freight
really
train.
hurt.
Yeah, not a fan of reality.
It gets in the way of our dreams sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah. Have you priced a paint shop in the U.S.? Probably. I don't know. I'm not involved in those discussions, but I can't imagine it would be.
It'd be astronomical.
Yeah. Sounds like a
Not
pre-order
there
system
yet.
might solve that. Maybe. Here's the thing. We're trying some ways to increase the size of our base, and if we drastically increase the amount of customers we have, it'll be easier to justify.
If we could hit minimum
Yeah.
quantities of all that stuff, it would so much easier. So many things would be a lot easier.
Yeah. The reality is we still have a smaller. We still have a fairly small customer base. Is Hellscape Caverns Core still happening? Yes, that's still happening. All the stuff that's on that restock list is happening. There was just other stuff that we wanted to be on that list
We had
that
dreams
we had to cut.
and schemes.
Yeah, we had like that Hellscape restock coming in winter is really cool, and I'm really happy with the stuff that we're pulling off with it. But man, there were a lot of other really cool things we wanted to do, but got shut down by the quantities.
But the realities.
Yeah. Let's see. It's not a basic anymore after you added the advanced pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this actually.
It's really.
I think this is what's cool about the advanced core. Actually, is it gives you like a lot of these diagonal shapes to work with.
I'm trying to use all the pieces.
Is there not enough floors for all the walls? Or is there?
There's too many. There's not enough walls.
There's not enough walls for all the floors.
No. We can.
Good, because unpainted Hellscape is like 3 pieces. Well, that's another thing with restocking Hellscape, right? Since it's in a different casting color than everything else, it makes the most sense to just restock a bunch of Hellscape at once. Because to throw in like 1 or 2 sets of Hellscape with a bunch of pieces where none of them are in that
you
yellow.
got to do a whole bunch in one fell swoop.
Yeah. Otherwise, like it justifies the. Because if they have to change the casting color, like that's a big delay in like the process, which increases costs and yeah. Special edition Hellscape. Hell is frozen over.
Ha.
Just do the entirety of Hellscape in ice paint. Ice, magma rivers.
Wow. This is okay. So I still have a few.
The big problem is your double-edged sword of needing to have stock to grow as well as not losing
Yeah.
thousands of. Yeah.
Yep.
That's part of it, right?
It's all. Welcome to our. Welcome to our world.
Any idea if we'll be able to get cave cliffs in the winter restock or possibly early next year? I don't think we have it on the list. We're
It's not on the
trying
list
to.
currently. I would love to.
It's one of the
cave
things we've been
cliffs.
flagging is like we should get these back in stock. I don't know if they. Let's see. I don't think they're currently.
They're not currently, but we
Yeah.
will. It's one I really like. Those cliffs. I mean,
It's a great pack.
here's my driver on the sets I really want to restock are the ones that I want more of. So I don't have enough cliffs. So I'm like, well, I guess we should restock cliffs.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough. But here's the thing: is I think I run into the same problems that a lot of our big backers and some of our small backers run into. Like I'm building with this stuff all the time, so I tend to figure out where the bottlenecks are. Like Underdoom, right? We're getting these core sets in Underdoom because there's not enough. If you own an Underdoom encounter from Caverns Deep, there's not enough bread and butter building pieces. We have all sorts of great banks. You've got some cool elevation. You've got a lot of really neat stuff, but you don't have enough bread and butter. You need Underdoom core sets, which are coming. Throw 2 of those in, and boom, off race.
I'm so excited. By the end of the year, we're gonna have core sets in like every biome.
So look at this. This is a fun. This is one basic plus an advanced. What's the cost on that? It's like it's under $200.
Advanced is like 99. We should be looking at like 166, I believe.
That's awesome. So you come in here. You got a 2-way intersection. There's a little something over here. Maybe there's an ambush, whatever. You go through a nice narrow choke point. Could do come here.
Advanced is 99. Oh wait, no. So it'd be
Raised.
169. Nice.
Yeah. Raised area over here. Another nook over here. Another nook over here. And I got a couple of floors left over. So that's like, go to the overhead. It's a fun twisty. It's a fun twisty thing.
169. That's not bad. And you know what? if you take this as a base and then you add other packs to it.
Add a core to
Yeah.
this?
If you add a core, or if you add
Did I take a picture of
if
this
you
one?
add banks. Actually, banks might be a good way. 'Cause if you add banks and put this on
Yep.
on a terrain tray, it can kind of make up for the missing walls there.
Is that too crazy yet? Let's
we
go
try
back.
that
We'll
now?
come back to it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's stay on target here. I don't know what the target is, but we did base. Oh, we didn't do mega yet.
We haven't done mega.
Let's do mega. Let me.
The Hellscape floor pack in the restock list, does that include the big 6x6 floor from Caverns Deep? I think
Yes.
that's the.
Yes.
Is it a new composition?
Yes. Wait. If it's the it's the Hellscape floor pack, or is it the floor pack in Hellscape paint? I think it's the. No, I think this is a new. I think this is a new composition that has.
Let me check real quick.
I think it's got two. I believe it has two Lemur pools, and two of like everything. It's like the ultimate variety pack. I believe.
Yeah, I think that is because that's the thing. We were looking at it. We were like, what pieces? We were looking at like how do we?
I did a reconfiguring of the Hellscape floor pack.
Because we're trying to figure out how we don't get stuck missing certain floor and banks pieces.
Yeah.
Is what we were concerned with. I'm pretty sure.
All right, so advanced. So that's a fun combo. Advanced plus basic cavern. You know, I believe in the basic cavern again. Like it's just on the edge of like, as long as you have a couple other. If you put a basic plus an advanced plus a core, you'd have a really nice toolbox of pieces.
I feel like it just needs to be combined with something.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Although at that point, if you're buying a basic and a core, you might as well just buy a mega. I think you get better coverage and better variety and secret door. But if you did it bit by bit, right? If you bought a basic and an advanced first, and then you bought another core, and then over the course of 6 months you bought 3 sets, that would get you there. All right, let's go mega.
So we're looking at 169 there. A mega is 216. So you're looking at it being about $50 cheaper. Oh God! All right.
Yes.
Let's look at that overhead.
Mega.
A core plus advanced plus trifecta is what you want, in my opinion, says Merc.
Yes. Ooh, trifecta. We haven't even touched on trifecta because I feel like it's a little more complicated.
I think
it's not thing, right? Once you know how you use it, but it's more.
Do we have trifecta in stock?
Wait a second. What are these?
I think it's the thing. Is trifecta?
There's
like
a bunch of trifectas in this mega. This doesn't seem correct. What's the?
Let me bring up that composition.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
So
let's get it.
Get rid of the in-stock filter.
We have some questionable paint options in here. This was like a sample, huh?
Yeah, there were some.
Yeah. We have. Did you put that order in with Eric?
Not yet.
Okay. Get that?
We'll go over. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're running out of time. If we're shooting Tuesday, we need it has to go out tomorrow. Like it's got to like.
I'll put that up after stream.
Yeah, 2x megas and 4x mushrooms.
2 megas, 4x mushrooms. Got it. Let's see. There's a mixture of walls.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be trifectas in here. I don't know what it replaces.
What are the trifecta? Because
There's 4 straight trifectas in here.
Is it the...
Without the...
So there should be 4
Hold
straight
on,
walls.
give me 2 shakes. I'm going to... I almost have it sorted out, and then we can go down the list together.
Let's see. Looks like, are they in the wrong bins?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
I blame Tyler. Go after the archivist when he's not.
What would it cost for core, advanced, and mega?
Ooh, now you're talking.
Yeah, let me add those up real quick.
It's like 410. I don't know.
Yeah, mega is 216, core is 114. So between those, that's 340. Advanced is 99, so that would be 439.
Okay, that was close. Okay. I am ready for you to go down the comp list.
Okay. All right. 3 yellow fungus corners.
Check.
3 gullwing corners.
Check.
6 diagonal walls.
Check.
3 corner fill stalagmites. They're right
Check.
in front of your hand there. Yeah. 1 pointy stalagmite.
Check.
2 rising stalagmites.
Check.
2 2-inch archways, which I think are on the
Check.
table because we have them. Yeah. The texture patches, which are off to the side.
Not check.
1 cave riser B.
Check.
2 cascading pool corners.
Check.
9 flat floors.
Check.
All right. 3 stagnant puddle floors.
Check.
3 stepped floors.
Check.
2 whole floors.
Check.
6 straight wall straight A's.
Check.
And 4 straight walls.
What do you mean 4 straight walls?
So there's 2 different things listed as straight walls. There's straight wall, straight A, and then straight wall. In the mega list is what it has here.
There should be, hang on, because there should be the pool, straight pools.
There's 3 straight pools wall.
Okay, and then I have 5 of
Copper
the
vein
copper
walls.
veins.
Yes.
And then there's 6 A's. Oh,
And then 4 straight walls.
It's okay. So they should be the 4 straight walls are. Does it say straight puddle wall? Is there a picture?
It just says straight wall. Look at the picture.
It's one is the straights from Caverns Deep, and one is the straights, the old school straights. Does it have a number? Does it have a?
601 is the 4 straight walls that we're talking about here. CV601.
Okay, so that's with the puddle. That's from Caverns Deep.
And that's different than.
That's the puddle floor straight here.
Interesting.
Versus the old. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we've got the ones that like start with a 5 on the skew.
Yeah, those are
the
from
old
KS1.
ones. Okay.
Okay, got it. Check. And a secret door.
Yes, Cavern secret door.
All right. Let's build with Mega. What do we? Any
do we wanna
requests?
see?
Any
Let's see.
things anybody wants to see? Oh, see, this is a lineup of pieces. This
It's
is
a
like,
massive. That's the thing is,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's the point behind like the final thing is like if you've got a mega core, you should be able to just combine it with any
Yes.
other themed pack to make like a special encounter.
Yes.
Let's see.
All right, this might be crazy.
What's
Can
that?
I do a spiral? I don't even know.
Can you do a spiral with those pieces?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try.
It'd be really cool if we could show that off because it's very different than the standard picture.
Yeah.
David Moffat says,
Hey, David Moffat.
a big cavern would be a good idea.
All right, I'm on it.
Commerce Demon says a twisting tunnel that curves in on itself.
Yeah.
So you like
it's
follow
spiral.
a spiral into the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, let's do it.
IME says a hallway to
Hey,
a chamber.
Hallway what?
Hallway to a chamber.
A chambre.
Let's see. Can you add an elevation pack with the core to see what you can make?
Which elevation pack are you talking about?
I think the problem is we don't have it in stock, so we
So
didn't.
nope, hard no.
I think that was one of the things we were looking at where we felt like we needed to probably do a reconfiguration. Because we don't have it coming anytime soon, I don't believe.
Man, I can't wait to.
Yeah, we don't have elevation coming. Yak says the old school one.
Yes, we do not have old school in the current cards.
Are there any good Cavern to Burrows transitions that are not the floor burrow insert piece? Says Gentleman Wake.
There's a not so good one. Hello, is it Omar? Oscar? Oh,
Omar.
Omar.
Yeah.
I should know. I went toe to toe with him in some That was really fun. there's the Wicked Caverns pack from KS1 has a straight wall that has a hole in it. That is a decent transition. Actually, it's two different walls with holes in them that are decent transitions. What's another really good? You could use the trapdoor, like the not trapdoor, the regular double door entrance, and use an arch, like use this arch in any of in that like diagonal. Where's that missing? Right in this or anything that takes an insert wall, or even just on a floor. Actually, I was doing on a floor. Right, you could use this arch wall on a floor, and then just throw your burrows right up against that.
That could work. It does kind of look like it's dug out.
Yeah. You could. I don't know. That's a good. I'm sure I could come up with some others. It'd be a fun little build challenge.
God, just imagine this hallway being filled with traps, like to the entire spiral.
Yes. Yeah, we have to get it kind of big because it's.
Are burrows going to come back into stock?
Maybe.
Something we were talking about.
Well, I really want to do a burrows core that's easier to stock. I started messing around with it. It's been sitting on my table, like just a small self-contained burrows sampler. We're not doing them in the immediate. The problem is it's once again it's that chicken and egg thing. The burrows haven't sold well, so we're currently not planning on restocking them. But if we don't restock them, they won't sell well.
It's also a thing where we look at it and it's like, what did we do to really help
sell
the burrows? Like,
yeah,
they're not. They weren't. There's not a lot of mention of them on like our channel.
Well,
or
they
anything.
were buried in with Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
And then I love burrows. Don't get me wrong. They're like, and in fact I had twice as many pieces sketched out initially, and we had to scale back.
It's one of those things where like burrows deserve better, but like
just.
So it's how do we safely and fiscally responsibly get them there, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We need like we need a pre-order system, Chris.
You mean Kickstarter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we need a way for people to show their support for the thing that they're really hoping will come back and come into stock or whatever, right? So that
it's just such a complicated like thing to get into. Just when it comes
you don't need to.
How long do we hold people's money? How much is like a reasonable amount?
Well, and here's the thing: is if you do the pre-order and then we don't get enough, then what do you like?
What do you do? Do you just refund all that? What do you?
What do you do?
Yeah. How long are people going to be willing to wait? How long do we give it?
Yeah. What's the threshold?
Because that's the thing. Like, what people say is like, well, just don't print it unless you got enough. And it's like, well, I don't think people understand how long the ordering process actually takes for them to like make the pieces and all that.
Oh, it's a good 6 months at best.
Yeah. Like usually when we would do pre-order, when we tried out those pre-orders before, it was like after we'd already ordered the sets and they were shipping over basically. We weren't actually making them to order there because we were worried that if we do a pre-order and people are like, I have to wait 6 months to get my pieces after I put the money down. Like what? It's
yeah.
It's
yes, I'd love to have more burrows in my life. Actually, burrows is one of the things I actually don't need more of at home. But I think people I would love for burrows to sell enough that we can justify doing an expansion. That's where,
maybe
because
for these
45 degrees, Chris. 45 degrees. That's all I need. I want 4 45-degree pieces that suddenly everything gets organic. Because right now we're very hard on the grid. Everything was 90. I originally had 45s mapped out, but it was like Stefan was like, I can't. This is wait what? It's so hard to like. We got to keep it simple to start. And he was right. You know, we got to like keep it simple. So this is why I wish we'd built on
a terrain
tray.
We got some off to the side.
You know, so it was like I cut all the 45s, but like as soon as you introduce, and I'd mocked them up and where so like. As soon as you introduce 45 degrees, it's like, oh, you get organic. Like, it's the magic.
Gentleman Wake's pointing out that we just need like a better starting point. Like 450 is a lot to
start on. Well, that's where the Burrows core
Would
is going to come in.
Would it make sense for these like core sets of smaller biomes, basically? Would it make sense to do a pre-order there?
Maybe.
To fund the creation of the new core sets?
I don't know.
Make a small event out of it?
Ooh, I like go on event. Sounds like a party.
It's because it'd feel kind of weird to make like a full Kickstarter for reconfigurations.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. But an event, a party.
Yeah, but like if we are making
somebody's partying next door. Do you smell that?
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah,
if we're doing like.
They're having a build party.
Because we had no problem doing like new core sets for cities and dungeons and stuff because we're gonna sell these. These are the major biomes. But with stuff like burrows, it's a bit riskier.
Risque.
I wish.
Those burrows, how did he get made? Show a little leg. They're like, hey, put me in.
Burlesque show.
A burlesque show. I'm waiting. This is an event. I see where this is going now.
Core burrows is difficult because the pieces don't necessarily have the same reusability. There's a way to do it though.
I had some headway on there.
It doesn't follow the same like base principles of like Caverns core.
Yeah, but I can make it self-contained. All it needs to be is just a self-contained thing where you can get the set and be like, look, I can make I can build something. Yay! Like it's everything you need to make a fun encounter. All right, we got.
It can be a small chamber. Well, we have to make sure that it's enough that you really get what burrows can do.
It needs to be meaningful.
Yeah. Like if the basic Cavern starter or the basic Caverns core was the only core that we offered, it'd be kind of weird. But the fact that you can combine it with an advanced core is like what gives it meaning.
Well, if you could get into burrows. And then have a couple of them. Oh, I want to get some more passages. Oh, I want to get some more chambers. Or whatever. If you have a starting place that's like a couple of chambers, a couple of passages, gets you in. You're like, okay. And then you're like, oh, I want some elevation stuff, or I want some whatever. Because the elevation is what. Oh, that's where the burrows fly.
Commerce Demon says burrows need elevation to be cool. You need the tunnels going over and under. It gives it life.
Fact.
That's like the core conceit of it. Right? Is like that.
But it's expensive, and you don't need it to. If you just want to do a little tiny Kobold Warren or a little thing like just a little, it's a baby Bullet's Lair or something like you can just do a little thing. But
I think the messaging around
and then once you're in it, then you're like, okay, you know what? Now it's time to go up and I want to do the tangles, the ultimate Kobold Warrens with twisting passages and then dropping from the ceiling, and it's all like you can get there, but you got to start with something.
I think the messaging around it is something we really need to hit too. I think making videos talking about burrows would be helpful in that respect. Because one of the things I've seen is people are just like, oh, there's not really enough space to like put a lot of minis in here. And it's like, well, that's the point. It's supposed to be claustrophobic.
It's like they're brutal. It's a different fight.
These spaces weren't made for adventurers to be walking
through.
These
are made for kobolds. These are made for insects. These are labyrinthian death traps.
How many minis can sit in the chamber? That's what I could not figure out.
Well, it depends on how big the mini is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And how big the chamber is. Because the fun thing is you can combine the chambers and it's
but the passages are supposed to be only 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to.
It's a line fight. It's suddenly like marching order is a thing, and things are dropping from the ceiling, come from behind you, and you've got these split. And then the chambers, just because the chambers are small, they're meant to be able to link together. So you put 4 of them together, and it's a bigger space, but it's broken up by these vertical bits of dirt in there. So the line of sight's really broken, and you get separated. It should make for really dynamic and interesting.
It's
fight.
Stuff that when we explain it like that, and when we show it off in cool builds, you've done some cool builds with burrows.
Yeah, burrows.
Then people get it.
Yeah.
But I think they're currently, if somebody right now just comes in and sees burrows, I don't think there's a lot there to help them get it.
Well, we've got some new folks here tonight.
Yeah.
Ask them, have they seen the burrows? What do they know?
Yeah, for the
of
newer
burrows?
people, have you come across burrows while you
have you browsed the burrows?
Have you browsed the burrows yet? You can mix caverns and burrows together like tunnels to each of the caves.
Yeah. The transition's a little awkward. I guess, yeah, you could use these. It's good. I agree. Facts.
Ravenkin says they have seen it and they want a few sets.
There you go. And I bet you'd wish there was an easy entry point. Wow, speaking of entry points, I have a dearth of plain floors in this.
Rogue Esper, we are currently figuring out what to do about Build of the Monk.
Rogue Esper.
Yeah,
is that a magic reference?
Possibly.
The blue, white, black. Esper is like one of the best color combos. That's what.
I've seen the Build of the Month, but it seems too specific a biome to start on. Yeah, burrows probably won't be your first
or second.
biome.
Yeah.
Because it is more. You go into the burrows from a dungeon or from a cavern. It's like a detour style thing.
Or from the woods.
Or from the woods.
Or the bottom of the tavern. There's rats in my cellar. I will never do that. I am anti-rats in the cellar.
Agreed that a starter is needed. Yeah. Burrows just needs more love, I think. We just need to figure out how to do it.
Yep. All right. Well, you're the man for the job, Chris. Gotta get in there. Give those burrows some love.
Rogue Esper, it's a Final Fantasy XII reference. It's one of the only ones I haven't played.
What? There's a game you haven't played? I don't even know you.
There's several. What are you talking about?
You sicken me.
I think 12 and 5
I can't.
are the ones I need to play. I played 10 too, but I haven't played 12. Unbelievable. Giveaway? It is 8-12.
Is it already 8-12? We haven't even gotten to the good stuff. All right, so check this out.
So
That's
a really cool alternate build for the Mega, actually.
Wait, I'm thinking. So I don't know what this is going to be in the middle. So I was putting a quicksand. I was putting a pit in there, but it just looks like black. So green is more colorful. All right, so here's what we got. You ready? You come in through here, and then there's a little chamber over here. Separated, we got the rising stalagmites. So it's like, kind of a neat. You could camp out here with 3/4 cover and like lay down some fire, go in there. Maybe I'm assuming some sort of ambush, whatever. We have a really cool like choke point here, where it's really narrow and it's elevated. Like there's a bunch of stepping over, so it's another neat place for a combat or something or whatever. And we work our way around. Over here, we got ourselves a secret door. Look at that. Wait, go back close. This is my favorite. Like this guy. Like, if you haven't seen it, it looks like a stone wall, and then.
That's a really clever sculpt. It's hidden in really well.
And the Eli did some master work on that. So anyway, so this thing, so you got a secret door here, and then when that opens to avoid the metagame, and then you fly in your little chamber there, but you don't do it till they've opened it, so they don't metagame it, right? So then when they find the secret door, then you go in there and you get your there's some treasure or whatnot. So then you work your way around here, and this is the crazy narrow point. And then you get to the center, and there's whatever the weird magic pool of green algae that you're trying to find. The blue-green algae. Or it could be a pit down. Maybe we just put the bottomless pit in there, and it becomes like a pit to death. Or maybe it's special Gorgon mud that you have to harvest to bring back to the wizard to make the potion to break the petrification on the king to get the sword to win Final Fantasy XII. Right?
That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a really cool alternate build for it, actually.
Yeah.
It's, I think between
Mega
that and then like what the picture of the Mega Caverns core is, I think.
Mega is.
If you get a Mega core, that should be like all the bread and butter you need for like small and medium caves.
It's everything. It's really good mix for just doing just about any sort of basic.
Do you wanna
thing you would do? Should we do a giveaway?
Yeah, let's do the giveaway and fan build, and then we'll talk about the
let's
supplementing
start
core
mixing.
sets
Let's do some negative space.
Yeah.
Let's get crazy.
Awesome. All right. What should the giveaway word be? Topulus has been pushing for the giveaway word to be up dog.
Oh no! How is this?
The Discord,
up dog, Chris. What is up dog?
We got Nate with an up dog really good earlier today. Yeah. I can't believe you hadn't heard about it. I mean, I guess
I haven't heard anything.
that's fair.
I
You've been a dad for a while.
I haven't. I don't watch any. I don't watch any programming. I don't watch anything. Like I sit and build with terrain, and I go to sleep.
All right, so the word's going to be updog.
And I parent.
All one word. So this giveaway is an international giveaway. No matter where you live, you can win it. We are doing a $50 gift card for the store. If you're in America, you can also ask for, ironically enough, a basic Caverns core instead, if you prefer that. Although if you're international, we can only do the gift card. So go ahead and type updog in chat, and we'll roll it in a bit. Let's take a look at this fan build.
Woo!
This one. Oh, that's not the fan build. Hang
Ooh,
on.
that looks like a word cloud.
Where's the fan build at? There it is.
There's.
This is from Merc.
Wow.
Merc90 built this. So the build challenge for the Discord this month is a Dragon's Lair. And this is Merc's...
Oh, that's Black Sting the Wyvern in there.
Yeah, this is Merc's Dragon's Lair build for the monthly build challenge on the Discord.
Wow, there's a dais on the top of the mountaintop.
Yeah, it's a really clever because like there's some Aranthor mixed in with some dungeon. You got some Dreadhollow pieces. Like it's
Dreadhollow using like dungeon or caverns ledges to just negative space out there. And this is great.
A little bit of Hellscape mixed in. Merc puts a little bit of Hellscape in everything, I feel like.
Yeah. Now
There's
let me
cool
ask you a question. Is Merc watching?
Merc was here earlier. I don't know if he.
Wow, the paint job on the Wyvern is amazing.
Merc is one of the really good painters in the Discord.
Did he paint his Dreadhollow? Because those leaves.
The leaves definitely
poppy.
look custom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question is, why no trees on the stumps? Was it for combat, or does he just not have the trees? Like, was it a choice that he popped them off for combat, or was it, or he just doesn't have them?
Let's see. So far, he hasn't said anything. I wonder if he stepped away or like had to go at the worst possible time.
Huh.
You don't. Oh, I'm saying it's because we don't have tree toppers in stock.
Oh.
Which I guess is one thing.
Deep cut.
We've got some Dreadhollow coming in soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's a really cool build. Yeah.
That was awesome.
You're right. It's a really cool build.
Yeah.
Merc's a very good builder.
I love it.
Still haven't heard anything from him. Yeah, he might have had to leave. Oh well. Let's see.
All right, well, let's build a.
Yeah, let's roll this giveaway and then 65 eligible users.
What am I doing? What am I doing, Chris?
So with the Mega?
Is it a Mega plus Banks?
Initially we were talking about mixing a normal core with
Normal
the
core
Banks
mixing? All right,
to do
let's
the
do that.
negative space builds.
Let's do it. Let's see what it looks like.
Cool. And then we were talking about mixing the Mega with like the
Mega plus something.
Mega with Camp and Lizard
Yep.
Folk, Mega with Mushroom and...
Tell you, Mega plus Banks and a terrain tray will give you some coverage.
Perfect. Oh, Merc had to dip out. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, let's roll
5,
this
6,
giveaway.
7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 20 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh
6
man,
by
General
12.
Peaches.
Woo!
General Peaches wins the giveaway. That's a very good name.
Is a great name. Perhaps a new viewer?
It seems fairly new.
Well, congratulations, General Peaches.
General Peaches, I'm gonna whisper you real quick. I'm gonna ask whether you want the gift card or the basic Caverns core, and I'm just gonna need your email so we can get a hold of you. Switch over to that.
All right. Man, thanks for getting all these sets together, Chris. We got
No problem.
we got everything.
I'm trying to
anyone could
learn
dream.
all that stuff. It's a little overwhelming at times. We've got a lot of pieces.
Facts. All right, so we're gonna do some negative space here. We're gonna do probably one of the most common, right, is water. So I have a water terrain tray here. Other side is stone.
That's the fun thing about the terrain trays. They both
Double
have two
side.
sides.
Woo!
You get 2 for the price of 1 every time.
We all have 2 sides, Chris.
Only 2? All right.
We're 2-dimensional characters.
Okay.
That's it. I had this. No. So.
2 sides isn't even enough for like a dice, you know?
No. It's a coin.
It's a coin. Oh,
Yeah.
Trying to work on a Bloodborne style combat map using Dwarven Forge. I'm waiting for the next Kickstarter. Dude, Cities 2 is going to be really good for doing Bloodborne style stuff, honestly. Like, you could do some stuff. Like, you could get the streets. Honestly, mixing, like, the streets with some of the dungeons pieces could probably do a couple cool Bloodborne style, like, alleyways. But I think Cities 2 is going to really round out your ability to do that kind of.
Cities 2. Wait, what's Bloodborne?
So Bloodborne, are you familiar with Dark Souls?
Yes.
So Bloodborne is a game that they made for just the PlayStation 4 that the Dark Souls team made, but it's
even more punishing.
Kind of. It's got a bit of a different system. The main thing is it's Lovecraftian and it's set in gaslight like Gothic London streets. It's got a very, very cool aesthetic to it.
Foggy.
I should show you some pictures of it. It's got a really good aesthetic.
Ambiance is a thing.
Yeah.
So, Cities 2 is, forget about it. That's where you want to be. But while you wait, get some Cities 1 and some the alleys, and you're off to the races. Bridge of Valor over some alleys with the skull side action. Negative space build is basically using something. You could print out something or use a battle mat or use a terrain tray, whatever. Have something that's in the negative space where there isn't terrain, right? So you build your terrain down, then have something that's a texture, a hazard, or something interesting under there that you expose in the negative area where there isn't terrain. So we're just, in this case, we're going to take one Banks pack, which has all these pieces that transition you down from, let's see, we do it straight. So they go from one floor height down to flat, so you can transition down to anything: water, lava, acid. Print out anything you want from. Take a weird blanket you have and put it down, or there's all sorts of bits. Or take a, you know what I haven't done? Take a tray. Oh man, I want to do this. Take like a big, like a Tupperware. Like these bins, right? We've got these plastic bins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to take one of these, right? Like a big thing like this. Fill it with liquid and food coloring. Drop some light pods in there. Then put plexi over it, and then build out. Oh my God, I'm doing this on air. We're gonna do. It's gonna be great. So then build out negative space over that, so you have like actual liquid. In there, and it'll look really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're getting at.
Oh. Like it'd be really easy. Like it just doesn't take any.
And
you can hide the LED pods.
You would need to stilt everything up to get up to the.
No, I put a 2 foot by 3 foot piece of plexi on top of it, and then just prop up the plexi.
So the plexi would be.
I just build on the plexi.
Than the bin. Got
it. I just build on the plexi. And you can even put terrain trays on top of the plexi, except where you want to expose the thing, so you have some nice mags to build on. I'm gonna do this on there. This is gonna be a fun bonkers build. And then, because it's clear, you can do lighting around the outside so they can't see it, right? So you can do some RGB remote control lighting around the outside that you can control and change the color of the liquid or something. Or this is gonna be good. This is an episode. This is next week.
Yeah.
We're going. Yeah.
Aren't you doing next week from home?
Perfect. Wait, is that next week? No, it's the week after. It's
the week after?
That's Hawkins' birthday. He's turning 5.
I completely
So I probably won't do it then because I'm not going to have a lot of prep time because I'm going to be celebrating a pandemic birthday. Woo! But that will but next week. We have nothing on the schedule now, right? We'll do it next week.
Yeah, let's go for it. Why not?
Yeah, build some. It'll be fun.
Let's see.
Anyway, you can put anything you want under under the under your banks, right?
Yeah, there's a couple advantages to doing negative space.
We get a lot of coverage for not a lot, and you can do it on you can build on a monitor, so you have animated thing like what Orion Noir.
Orion Noir did some stuff with that. Noir Killer
or Noir
does
Killers.
that a lot.
Yeah, I think all
both
the
of
noirs.
the noirs actually.
Double noirs.
Yeah.
You can build on. You can put anything. Like you can print. You can take a flip mat and build down there. You can do just gives you a lot of floor coverage pretty quickly, particularly if you want to do large expanses. Do I want to?
So right now that's a Stone Banks pack that he's using on top of the terrain tray.
And then I'm going to just mix in some floors. I'm feeling like...
And then you're using a regular Caverns core with it, or a mega?
Yeah, just a regular Caverns core. I feel like I want to put something on the other side. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Did I pull a stalagmite pack?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh,
we can just put banks on the other side. Yeah, so it could be like a little passage.
I feel like we want to give a reason, like make the water meaningful.
A reason you have to go there.
Yeah, let's we want to challenge the players.
Put holes in the plexiglass and drop dry ice into the liquid.
Whose idea was that?
Big Jim.
Big Jim. I know why you got that name. Big Jim is my man. So here's what we're gonna do.
Big Jim, the dry ice guy.
Well, I get dry ice every week because we get these.
We're trying to preserve a corpse.
Yeah.
So
no, my wife gets these smoothie ingredient things that are compact and dry ice, and so I'm gonna save some of the dry ice. Oh, we good. I mean, we could also just order dry ice, but you can only order like 50 pounds at a sitting, and it might be more than we need. Things might get awry, it might get bad. But I just have just enough dry ice to make things lively.
I remember for Hellscape, we needed dry ice for a shot, and so we called up a dry ice company last minute, like the day of, and they were like, "We got a guy who's making a delivery nearby. Meet him out on the street with cash."
With cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a street dry ice deal. So good. Just the. It's like, yeah, you got the money. I got some ice for you.
They were super agreeable guys. It was a very pleasant exchange.
Well, the dry ice business. It's only
The ice is dry. We're not.
Hey.
What's the street price of dry ice? I think we gave him a 20.
No, it was $50.
It was 50. Oh, we got to be fair, we got a lot of dry ice.
It's a lot. They don't peddle in small amounts, right? You're gonna bring
Well, we also were worried.
Liquid nitrogen cooled dry ice truck. It's got to be a sizable amount of dry ice.
We were also scared of getting too little, and we wound up getting way too much.
Well, because it's hard to keep it for a long period of time.
Just shoved it in that extra freezer.
Well, the good stuff's the black ice.
Yeah.
You ever play Shadowrun? The black ice. It's the intruder countermeasures. It's when you're hacking in, you worry about ice. And it's the black ice. It's color coded for black ice is the one that'll kill you. It's true. It's facts. These are.
So I guess the fact that a majority of this 12x12 is negative space means that Caverns core now goes a long way. You can get a 1.5 by 1.5 build here pretty easily and still have stuff left over, combining it with the banks.
And if we had, we can also do some fun, put a stalagmite out there.
Oh yeah, because we got the pointy from the core.
Yeah, I wish we had a jumpy stone or something to. But what I should have done this. I would say the current's going this way. But you can say the current can be really strong, so it's pushing you, or you have to make a strength save to not get pushed downstream or something as you're crossing, or gives somebody with good jumping feels cool for sake.
It would be really fun. They're trying to
an amusement park.
They're taking the boat through this waterway, and then some mage or a geomancer or something makes stalagmites jut up and block the path off, crashes the boat. So it's okay, well, where you were going just got cut off. Now you've got to get out, get through this fight, and you've got to go into the caves. You've kind of been trapped.
Love it. You've been railroaded.
Yeah, but in water.
Whoa, it's the next level.
Wonka boat ride. When I did that 4x8 build, I'd say easily half was negative space. That's the thing. And so, we were looking at the price totals for the negative space
Is that
builds.
Ms. Merkback?
No, that was Orion Noir. I think he was talking about that big
Yes,
long
with
table
the
build where he had
acid.
like an iPad making the portal at the end.
So good.
Yeah. If you had the wood Caverns bridge, that'd be a great
That would
funnel
be
style
gold,
combat
right?
encounter.
Even better, there's no bridge. Now what are you gonna do? Rope climbing. We're like,
We do have the natural bridge.
yeah, but I want to just do the minimum.
Yeah.
Like, let's just do the whole point of this is to show that you don't need a bazillion sets to do something cool.
That's
right?
the nice
You
thing.
wanna-
Is, yeah, like this pack right here. Let me add it up. I'm pretty sure this is. It's under 300 for sure. It might be under 200.
The dry ice guy.
The Try Ice guys. Yeah, so what we're looking at, just a Caverns course, the Stone Banks pack, and the Water Terrain Tray. It's $176.
Nice.
Under $200, and like, yeah. And and then you can take and you can use these in any different combination. And
I need more floor.
need more floors.
Well, I've got more floors. I need to burn more floors, as
Oh.
it were.
You could
wondering-
extend. You could extend the
We'll get
banks
there.
on the other side into the water a bit. Potentially.
Yeah, I want the water. I want them to sweat the water. But
Is it cavern floor? So right now this isn't using a cavern floors pack. This is just using a caverns core, stone banks, and a water terrain tray.
is it just 3 packs? One of which is a water, and you could theoretically do something other than a terrain tray. Like you could.
You could put lava there if you want.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
acid.
yeah. On the other side of the water terrain tray.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. So he's got the caverns core and the banks, basically, the one caverns core and one banks pack on both sides. Yeah, you got a lot of floors left over.
Yeah, I got a plan. Let's see. If I like that.
Oh, on the other side of the terrain tray. The other side of the
Yeah.
terrain tray is rough stone.
Stone. Looks like this.
Right. That's what he was asking. Took me long enough to figure it out. Sorry, Vertex. Took me long enough. So you could make a large cavern. You could. You could just have this go down into a large cavern.
I was trying to drive people into the water, like,
Yeah.
make it an event, make it a.
That is theoretically that's a way you could make like a large cavern room with on a pretty small budget is like the rough stone terrain tray and then like stalagmite pack to kind of break up line of sight and stuff. That's pretty cheap and covers a 12 by 12 space by itself. Then you add in a caverns core and like you're set. Or like the banks pack. Let's see. So we were thinking about kind of starting with like this is like the basis for the negative terrain builds and then swapping things out and being like, here it is in ice, here it is with like lava in a natural bridge.
Yeah, because we could do this exact same build in ice. Dry.
Night, Charles. Thanks for coming by, and I hope
Is that
your
NPC
basement
Charles?
gets taken care of. Yeah, it's NPC
Oh
Charles.
man,
Sorry about your basement, man. That really
it's
sounds
tough.
rough.
it's a kick in the nuts.
Let's see.
There's a lot of.
I was just informed the last boat for Reaper's Kickstarter came in today.
Woo!
Thank God. They've had so much trouble with shipping. I
We
feel
all
so
are.
bad for
Like
them.
this is
Yeah.
shipping. It's a tough time for shipping right now.
Must be a relief to finally have that container in.
Yeah. You got your shipping notice, right?
Mine it got to Secaucus like last night, so
Oh,
should
so you're gonna have
deliver
it like tomorrow?
Probably. Yeah. Getting it sent
So
here.
jealous.
So
I'm so.
don't be jealous of me. You got a boat.
Yeah, but I want it. Then you're getting yours already.
What wave am I? I was 25.
I was wave 7.
Yeah, but you got the stuff that was
I know.
you got the restricted stuff.
Apparently.
Unboxing video? That could be interesting.
Sure.
If it comes in time,
Is
maybe
it
we
weird to
unbox it on Hobby
unbox
Hang.
Reaper on? Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
Make everybody paint something.
Pay something from Reaper?
Like from the just unboxing,
Oh.
like hand out, like surprise, like.
The thing I was planning on painting this week, I ended up having to speed paint yesterday, so I could
It's everybody grabs something out of the box to paint.
Yeah, let's do...
I'm offering up your stuff for other people to paint, but like,
Yeah, let's unbox...
You're never going to paint all of that. Like, I still haven't finished 3 or whatever. What is this, 5,
Bones
right?
3. This is Bones
Yeah.
5. Escape from Pizza Dungeon or whatever it's
I haven't even... I haven't indented...
It'll be fun. We'll, yeah, maybe we'll just, like... We'll look through, like, the box of Reaper if it gets here tomorrow. And just be like, what sounds interesting? And we'll just pick a box, open it up, and get to work, you know?
It's awesome. I know. I've...
Gilded Poison says she's ready for her ghost tiny brushes. Gets excited every time she sees an email update.
They just arrived. Surprisingly, he had
Really?
no tracking. Yeah, he had no tracking, and then suddenly they were just like, shut up.
That's the hardest part, right? It's not just the delays; it's like the lack of communication that's happening
Just
a lot of the time now.
Mystery.
They just don't tell us what's happening with shipping anymore.
Yeah. So that's really. I'm really excited.
Haven't
for
finished
two.
Bones 1. This is my first time going in. I think it's the only time I'm probably going to get the Bones like core, because I feel like now that I've got that, I'm going to have a really good base, and then I can just focus on.
You always need more, Chris. Let's be honest.
Sure, but like I've got to draw the line somewhere, right?
No, you don't. Come on, stop. What is this self-restraint? I don't know you.
Brushes here. What did I get in Bones 5? I got the core. I got the Brinewind stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't get the boat though, but I got the Brinewind stuff.
Got the boat.
Nate got a boat.
Yeah.
Which is why he doesn't have his yet, and
I'm
I
bringing
might be
it
getting
in.
mine tomorrow.
Is the boat what's holding it up?
The ghost ship was one of them. The dragon folk, the rune whites, one of the dragons.
I don't know. I know I got a boat. That's all I got. The Brinewind, the boat, and the corn. I don't know what else.
I got the expansion for Brinewood. Yeah. Once I get all my core stuff, I might take up painting. That'd be fun. I'll tell you one thing. Painting terrain is easier and faster than painting minis, but it's also, if you're good at like getting into like a zen state, like while watching something and just having something for your hands to do, painting terrain is the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
If you need to be like actively engaged with it the whole time, painting minis is easier, I think. Campground and busts, right? So if you got the campground stuff, that also was delayed.
Campground stuff? I don't know. I don't remember. All I know is I haven't gotten a shipping notice.
So what are we looking at here? You still trying to find homes for the last bits of?
Yeah, I was trying to do some of the floors, and maybe I just don't.
Here's the thing. I think that's honestly a selling point. The fact that you can look at this and be like,
yeah,
look at this nice little build, and you didn't even use everything.
So the idea is you come in over here. There's like a little entrance, or your boat was sailing and it gets stopped. But there's like a little entrance here, and then you have to, do something to get across. And I use the whole floor and just put it right over the same water train tray, so it's the same waters in the floors and in there. And work your way, and there's a little room where something could happen. Perhaps combat, if you've heard of this.
Did you play Ocarina of Time?
No. I played the first Zelda. It's gold.
Nothing really...
It's a gold cart, and you put it in.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's not really an analog to this. Oh, well. I was going to say, in Ocarina of Time, the Water Temple boss is like this tentacle that comes up out of the water. It's like a tentacle made of water, and it's just got like a kind of heart like floating through it, like a core that's like controlling it. So you've got to hook shot the core out of the tentacle as it's like whipping at you.
That's awesome.
And I was thinking it could be kind of fun to like have something like that like kind of pop up in out of the water here. A water weird.
Yes.
Let's see.
I'm gonna take a picture, and then let's try and rebuild this. So someone wanted to do a larger. Well, let's see. It's 8:39. Should I do an alt on this, or should I keep moving? What do people want to see? Let's ask the new folks. What would you like to see? What would be?
Would you rather see us quickly change this into like a different theme with like one more pack, or would you rather see us do a mega core plus some stuff? That's basically the options we can do. Is we can do like another negative space variation, or we can do a mega core.
How much is the? How much does the natural bridge cost?
The natural bridge is, I think it was around 50.
All right, we're dropping the natural bridge in here.
Natural bridge is 52.
Wait, what did the people say? Well, I want to hear what the people say.
Let's hear the people. Any of the new folk? What would you like to see? What would be the most helpful for you to see right now? Is natural bridge in stock? It's coming in stock.
It'll be
it's
by the
restocking.
time. Whenever that boat hits the water?
Well, it's restocking. It's in the winter restock because we're doing it with Hellscape is the thing. Because we're doing.
Because that would have been a nice way to do something over the water. Make some. Let's try. I'm going to do it anyway, just for fun. Well, unless what were the requests? I would like to heed the requests.
Jadekind says they want to see the Megacore.
Okay. Do you want to see negative space for the Megacore?
Megacore for Shine Onu.
Okay, so Megacore. We got 2 votes for Megacore.
Rob says he wants to see the same build but with ice.
I don't think we have the ice banks out, so...
We got the ice banks over there.
Well, we will...
Yeah. Just to see what you can build with that, yes, negative space. So
Let's do
negative space.
Negative space.
Let's see, so which of these builds here would be good for that? The Rift?
I would love to do... Wait, where'd the banks go? Hold on.
You could do the Rift, that's the Mega plus Chasm Pack, and the Bottomless Pit.
Yeah. And then it pulls the banks out of the mix, too, so like we can just do something different. We're just trying variety.
Yeah, so the Mega things that we had were the Mushroom Lab, Lizard Folk Ambush, and the Rift. The Rift is the negative space build. We could make the other ones negative space.
Yeah,
but
that's true. I don't know, variety. Variety is important.
Will Wildlands end up on the same boat as the restock? No.
No, not even. Because the restock is like it's all ready to. It's like sitting there waiting to go. Wildlands, that first batch hasn't been packed up yet. So, and there's like a backlog of other stuff on the boat.
But yeah, if you have time before you go, have you gotten your box of unpainted dungeon? It was the dungeon pieces. That big box that you gave away from your garage.
Oh yeah.
It's in Boston still. Okay, you haven't had time to go pick it up. I think
it's a big one.
He had to send it to his sister, and he's going to come down from Canada and pick it up.
So good. Well, I don't think you can, right? Isn't the border
I think
closed?
currently you can't go through the border, but that should be letting up soon, hopefully.
Tell your sister she's a saint.
Yeah.
Hold on to that. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get fun. I mean, we're already having fun, but we're going to go double fun. I'm going to do the Chasm Pack.
Yeah, it's just...
And the Natural Bridge Pack.
Ooh, so a natural
bridge. And
the
Mega Core and a Lava Terrain Tray. Just because, we're running out of time and let's cover some new sets.
So basically, that would make... So this build was initially $279. If you add the Natural Bridge, that makes it $331.
Okay, well, let's
bad.
see. We can always take the bridge out if it's too... Yeah. Let's just try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. So we got this... this is everything in the Chasm Pack? No, that's massive.
The Chasm
This
Pack...
can't be right.
The Chasm Pack
really?
is a lot of... Let me see.
This is like bazillion. This is a bazillion pieces. Wow.
It's a lot of... Chasm Pack is 7 convex ledges, 7 concave ledges, 10 straight ledges, 6 pointed ledges. It's a lot of pieces.
That's no joke.
It's 30. It's 30 pieces.
It's also what's a shame is
it's 30 pieces for $42.
The geometry on these pieces could have been stronger.
Yeah.
Well, they do one really cool thing where these two can fit together and make like a crack, and you kind of have curves and streets, but this guy is really awkward. This like triangle piece, and it gets really quickly repetitive. Like there's not. It needed a couple more pieces, or this needed to be different. I don't know. It's the right idea, and those high multiples are wild. But it's unsatisfying. You generally can't accomplish the thing that you see in your head.
Yeah.
Generally I want sets to do. I want you to be able to envision a thing and then create it.
Yeah.
And this particular lineup of pieces is not fantastic for doing that. All right, so I guess I want to make as big a pit of lava as I can.
Is it something that you think can be fixed with an extra piece or two, or would we have to redo?
Maybe
these
they
pieces?
don't have magnets though, which is they should have had dead side on the back and it'd be double sided, so you could have a super cracked one and whatever. We're really honestly with the trifecta Like you're almost just better off. We're almost better off just doing like an alternate set of trifectas that give you more functionality. If that makes sense. Yeah.
But man, the multiples on this are so good.
Yeah,
The
no,
fact that it's 30
outrageous.
pieces for $42 is wild.
Outrageous.
Less than $1.50 per piece. Mascon says he'd retire those and just make more banks.
Fair.
It's interesting.
What jagged banks would be?
I think they do have. I think they do have a place, like. But
Yeah.
I get what you mean about it, like not reaching its full potential.
They're just. I don't know if you've ever built with them, but
Nope.
they vex me. Be honest, Chris, they vex me greatly.
What else would I need for Caverns, assuming I have the basic set, the advanced core, and stone banks? Crooked. Well, I called it the Crooked Cavern.
I would
that
take.
was before the name change.
I would get a core, or a mega core, so you have a few more bread and butter pieces.
Yeah. Because we did the basic and advanced earlier in the stream, and that was
basic advanced. Throw a core in there, and trifecta. Then you're off to the races. You can do anything. The world is your oyster.
Yeah. Then at that point, you can basically just focus on getting like themed pieces.
Yeah. Oh, let's think about this bridge.
I'd recommend a Stairway to Violence.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we all? Stairway to Violence is a great piece.
If nothing else, just for the name.
Yeah.
It's,
If you do more trifecta, only sell them with their matching pieces. It's super annoying to run out of one side of a trifecta,
fair.
said Mad Roboticist.
Very, very fair. Nothing mad about that statement.
It's a completely valid. That's some of the stuff that happens when you're doing like encounter-based builds, right?
Yeah.
You make things for like a specific scenario.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always.
Crystal meth's a hell of a drug, Chris. He makes some poor decisions.
There was some stuff going on during castles, but
I was.
I think it was just
really
a problem
dodged that bullet.
It was just a problem with the encounter system. The encounter system is amazing for Kickstarters.
It was really cool for Kickstarters. It was not great for general compositions.
Yeah. Trifecta throws a wrench in storing my Dwarven Forge. Interesting. Do we have Stairway to Violence in stock right now? No, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I have not even a foggy
Pretty
glimpse of an idea. Not a shred of an idea.
Pretty sure it's out. Yeah, it's sold out.
And we're not restocking it as the previous. It's too bad. It is glorious.
We had such a brilliant idea to finally be able to restock it, and then we just got shot.
Turns out it wasn't a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Turns out it didn't work within
Turns out
the
manufacturing
confines of the
had
system.
other ideas for us.
Yeah. Megacore sounds like an evil sentient computer.
Megacore.
Just like a Transformers villain.
Yeah.
If you get enough trifecta,
Megatron's cousin, Megacore. He's like hardcore.
If you get enough trifecta, then it just becomes its own drawer in storage.
Yeah, the trifecta is like does everything. It gets your negative space, gets your
I feel like the only
positive
downside.
space.
I feel like the only downside of trifecta is just the learning curve. But then once you get it, it's like
The learning curve is 5 minutes.
yeah.
But it is like looking at it. It's not as you don't look at it and go, this is I get it.
It's a harder thing to get just looking at it.
Yep, facts.
Let's see. Let's take a look at this from above.
These I do not like these.
The chasms.
Yeah.
Do we not want to use them? Or?
No. They are. I don't know. Let me keep pushing. See what happens.
I don't know. I do like the effect of like the floor having broken away.
Yeah.
Rather than it being a bank. Let's see.
Ooh, we can do that. Oh wait, do I have a rising? No, I'll get to that.
Trifecta takes a long time to learn all it can do, but a short time to learn some great ways to use it.
Yes.
It's part of that design philosophy of like finding synergy, right?
The
point of
philosophy
Trifecta
of Othello. All right, a minute to learn, a lifetime to master.
Oh, the game. Yeah. Yes.
We took the Othello design approach.
It was like
it's classic.
The play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would have been a much classier reference, but no.
Let's see. I don't know if it's that classy. I don't know.
Versus like the Milton Bradley game?
I genuinely feel like knowing the Othello board game requires being more cultured than knowing the Shakespeare play. I feel like Othello the Shakespeare play is more known than the board game.
Than Othello the board game?
Yeah, I don't think people talk about Othello that much.
Why aren't they? Let's get to the heart of this matter. Next on the Anvil,
I still think
we're going to build on plexiglass and talk about Othello, why it was a cultural revolution.
At least in the States, I don't know. Was Othello actually like a big deal?
Yeah.
To who? When? Was this like a real generational thing?
I don't know. It was controversial, right? It ripped off Go, and it was like. No?
What is your definition of controversial? Are people actually mad about it?
No. I don't know anybody that actually knows or cares about Othello. But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they should, because it's...
Is Othello like a branded Go?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, so is the easy to learn, hard to master thing like actually an Othello thing? Or is
that was
just...
their tagline. It's like...
Huh.
It was something like that. It was like a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. I'm sure you can find a vintage 80s commercial on the internet that can tell you about it. Yeah, negative space looks striking, right? Like, what's one of the great things is it.
Well, Janet really kills it with the art, which is nice.
She's turns out we got some talented folks on the team, Chris. Turns out.
I'm guessing that bridge is going to sell like the Docks did when it comes in the restock.
Yeah.
I think the Hellscape version is going to take off.
Oh, it's right. We got the Hellscape. I forgot about that.
That's why it's coming back. Because we were like, we need elevation in Hellscape.
We need some way to get over the magma river.
Yeah, and so the reason why it's coming back is because we wanted to make a Hellscape version. I think we also wanted to put it in the other paint schemes. We also wanted to put it in the other paint schemes, but then it was like...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Dude, we got a bunch of new Hellscape stuff coming. I forgot about this.
I'm really excited for that restock. We need to make that video for it.
With the hat?
Oh, we're getting Natural Bridge Ice too.
The full set. The other half, like it never existed.
We're getting
like
it in
we discovered
everything.
The Loch Ness monsters.
We're getting it in everything except for Underdoom, but we are getting it unpainted, so you can paint it in Underdoom if you want.
Well, it did exist in Underdoom, so some people have it. That doesn't take away the people that don't have it. Doesn't solve their problems, but
yeah, that's like a big bridge restock, honestly. Nice. Did you miss the giveaway? You did. Yes. Sorry.
Yes, the peaches won it. Peach.
That's a BA build. This is one of the ideas we've been tossing around as a sample build to put in the video.
It's pretty fun. It's a chasm pack, a mega core, natural bridge, and a lava terrain tray. We'll see. I've got a ton of pieces here. I haven't even.
Yeah, there's so much left on the side of the table, and again, like I think it's okay for us to have some left over, because that kind of just goes to show like how much is actually in these core sets.
There's so much in these sets.
Like you've got like basically a little over a foot by about 1.5 feet right now, and you've still got a lot of pieces left over. I love that you're using that whole cover upside down to cover a blank space.
Yeah.
I've totally done that when I run out of pieces.
You gotta, that's also one of the reasons, right? Like the reason we make these fun open-ended pieces is so you can do that. Like we're just giving you a toolbox that there's no right or wrong way to use it. And I don't have any 2x1s, so we gotta use that thing.
Let's see. Overboard says, "What dwarven force should I buy next?" What do you have? What are the? It depends on like, what
Do you
encounters
have
what
docks?
encounters are you trying to run? Do you have docks?
Are you excited for the cities?
Do you have mushrooms? We have a lot of mushroom pack right now. We had a big restock for those.
That was what I was laughing about in my mind before when we were talking about 2 dimensions. I had this epiphany on mushrooms that I was 2-dimensional, and that's why I couldn't walk. It was like a whole thing. It's really because if you ever look at me, I look like a cartoon character, like with my boots and the thing, and it was like I'm very clearly a cartoon character.
You do kind of feel like somebody made you for Chalk Zone. Like
I don't know what Chalk Zone is, but I agree.
yeah, like
I just
honestly,
looked-
your character design is super Chalk Zone.
I was looking at myself. I'm like, I'm a cartoon character. This all makes sense. I finally understood it. Anyway, what was the question? Where are we? Who's on first?
Overboard's wondering what dwarven force you should buy next.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, well, it depends on
Docks.
what are you missing?
What are you interested in?
I like the docks pack because it really feels like it just gets better in multiples. The more docks
Yes.
you get, the crazier shapes you can make
Also,
with it.
it's going to be great with cities. Also,
It's gonna be
you
great
could
with
put it
wildlands.
in your caverns. Also, you could put it with your wildlands. Also, you could put it with your Aranthors. Also, let's see, caverns. It can put it in your dungeons.
You know
You,
what,
can
I'm
put it in
really-
your caverns.
I'm really
You can put it in your
excited.
city. You can put it in your castle. You can put it in your. You can put it anywhere. What else have we done? Hellscape, maybe not so much.
I'm excited
You can't
to-
put it in Hellscape.
I'm excited to pair peg it to the escarpments coming in with wildlands.
Yes.
I think you can do some really cool stuff with that.
It's going to be, yeah. People are going to go absolutely bonkers with the docks and the paired pegs. It's going to be delightful. I am so excited when Wildlands ships and those photos start popping up, and we get to see. Please tag me in your photos on Twitter so I make sure I see them. At Nate Taylor, when you post your photos, like I love it. People will post me in their builds now occasionally, and it's just like it's the best because I just get to see all these like God, it's so fun.
I've never thought of this, but you know how the Oblivion Nexus has paired pegs?
I do.
What if the Nexus was like at the center of like an island chain essentially? So you cross docks to get to it, and it's this steaming rock over an ocean basically.
Yeah.
So going down the hole, like it's some kind of like incredibly steamy, like it's the tip of a volcano like pointing out or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is the paired pegs are there so you can chain it to any sort of thing. Also, it's the height of an elevation block, so you can build like a causeway. Yeah, it's a destination, Chris. It's a destination in a piece.
I really want to use it in like an island chain now. I feel like a Wyverstone like island chain would be fascinating.
Yeah, I'm so into that.
Suspension bridge pieces work well with the docks too. Yeah.
Yes. Agree. Purposeful.
Are the magnetic traps on the restock list? Don't think so.
Negatory, I think. We gotta go back. We do not.
We
make the traps too hard to get.
We should do a core set style thing with traps and spell effects and stuff.
Yes, agree.
I think that'd be a good thing to do.
Do the
'Cause,
DM's
yeah, like
toolbox.
They kind of really fell victim to the encounter system, I think, where it was like,
Remember all those victims in the encounter system? It's a tough run.
well, because a lot of them were encounters were built around featuring these traps.
Well, and just the problem is that the composition of the traps was Kickstarter centric.
Yeah.
And yeah. I have a plan. Oh man, there's a secret door.
Yeah, you get a secret door with the mega pack.
I'm overwhelmed.
Are you trying to use every piece?
Yeah, trying to at least get close. Like
That's a large build.
might as well.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's as far back as I can pull.
Oh wow.
That's
You could say overhead. Yeah, I'm
that's basically a 2 foot by 1 foot build.
yeah. Been done some. I haven't even let's see. I want to do something with Siki.
So we can do
Secret
that.
door
So you find like a safe way to get across the lava to the.
I'm trying to build an alternate. Right. It's more fun if there's something else to discover. Right. Like if there's another. There's got to be another way.
Showing a large build helps the potential customer see the value. Yeah, I think what I really
Who said that? They're brilliant.
Jadekind.
Yes.
Wait,
isn't Jadekind new?
No, Jadekind's been here for a while.
Oh, I was thinking Ravenkind. Ravenkin.
I think Ravenkin. Yeah. Jadekind has been in the streams for a while, but I think
I do remember the name.
I think they only started collecting about the time they started joining the stream, so they're like relatively new. Yeah, so like what I really want to do with these mega core builds is like, so you look at this, and basically what we want to do is we want to show this and then a couple other builds, mixing the mega core with like, one of them is like combining it with the mushroom pack and like the alchemy lab accessories. So it's like, here's like a lab where somebody's been doing some weird stuff with the mushrooms in the cave.
Go on.
And then another one where it's like the camp pack and then the lizard folk pack. So it's like you were camping out in this cave and then a bunch of lizard folk show up. And like a nice encounter out of that.
Skull feast waiting to happen.
And basically just going like, so if you get like the 219 like mega core, each of these different encounters is like less than $100 of additional add-on packs to like make these wildly different builds. Basically, is like the kind of direction we want to take with it, of just kind of trying to show like why these core packs are so valuable.
Hey, get this, then get this.
Yeah, because if you get the core sets, then like you've got all the basic pieces you need for basically any of the builds. And so then you just get like a themed pack, or you get like a centerpiece that you really want to be the like heart of an encounter, and you've already got like all the bread and butter you need to build around that themed pack to make like a really cool, unique encounter.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that kind of that's the angle I'm trying to take with the core set system, basically, because that's what we want. We want to get rid of this idea that like you need like $1,000 of stuff to do anything.
Yes. Well, and just show the versatility.
Yeah. Ravenkin says, "See, I'm doing this right. Joining stream before I can start collecting. That I might save money."
Yeah. Well, and then you use that money to buy the next batch of sets.
Topula says the stream and the Discord are great resources for people getting into Dwarven Forge. Wish I'd known about them when I got started.
Well, I wish ideally we can find ways to maximize your purchase so that you get, like, if we give you information so you can make good informed decisions, kind of maximize, get the most out of your purchase so you're excited by it, and then you'll come back and get some more.
Yeah, obviously
you don't have to come back and get more, but I feel like if it's a better run, you'll be more apt to do so.
Obviously, we would like you to buy. It's better for us if you buy more, but we want you to buy more because you're getting really good value, and not you're buying more because you're not able to do anything unless you get a bunch.
Yeah.
We want to make every pack feel like it was worth the money. Look at that. This is a night of D&D. You drop some fire elementals in the center, and then something they're trying to reach on the other end.
You know what I want? I want forcefully explosive methods, fire methods. So but with when they blow up, they push you more so than damage.
So they blow up when you're going across the bridge?
So you're on the bridge and they pop up and then so you're making these strength saves or dex saves, whatever, to not get blown off as you're they're easy to kill, right? Maybe they're super weak, right? They're like minions, they're one-hit kills, but they blow up in these shock waves and they're buffeting you around the thing, and they can chain reaction shockwave each other. Bap, 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 bap.
There's a couple ways you can try to handle it too. Because if you're the paladin, you might try to do a strength check and just stand your footing entirely. If you're the monk, you might try to just catch the edge of the bridge and swing back over.
Totally. And if you're a paladin, if you're defensive style, maybe I'll let you use your reaction to protect someone from the blow and take the thing.
Use your reaction to give them advantage on their dex save.
Yeah, right. Trying to take some of the thing.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff you can do with that.
Right, just a fun. It's good for particularly a low level thing where the threat isn't so much the monsters is like the lava will kill you if you fall in there. So like these things are 1 hit point monsters, but like if you're not careful about how you blow them up, suddenly like things can really shift. And I'm working on trying to have a couple of different ways across the lava. So there's like,
well, yeah, because then if you do get
options.
knocked off, then it's a thing of like, okay, well, are you agile enough to like make it so that you at least fall onto the rock instead of into the lava?
Right.
Or something like
You
that.
could throw your. You'll still take some damage, but like, all right, well, you'll live with the 1d6, but you can then be on the rock and then work your way around or something. Let's see. Let's open this up. Actually, I can do this with floors.
Oh man.
The other. Maybe I'll make this one.
So we've got a couple holes there. You've got pieces for it.
I got pieces. I have a plan.
It's just figuring out what you want to put where.
Well, I'm trying to steal. I'm trying to do the two. You can
want to
put
do
these
that
two
somewhere?
guys together, right? To make. I need some light under. Oh, here.
Do you want to put it on the DSLR? Or?
No. So you get the cracks.
You got it. Yeah.
So so we can like I'm just trying to like crack up the floor over here to make it interesting.
Huh.
Around.
Oh, you got a little thing under.
There's a pool. I don't know if you see it's so dark. There's a pool. Maybe I can actually hang out. This is wide. Oh, this doesn't have an iris? Well.
Is something blocking the light there, or is it? Oh, I think the bin is cutting off some light there. Oh, there we go. Nice.
That helps. All right, so there's cracked floors. There's a hole. There's all these the pools all in sort of one corner of the thing, and then I put this one here. Hang on, I got walls up the wazoo. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. I kind of want to. Maybe I just.
Some people are saying they wish they had castles, and Jake kind of says, if you want a castle, you could start with the Necromancer's Keep. It's a good starter core set.
We have them in stock.
It's the basic, really.
Ah! Oh no! What am I going to put behind?
Adding to the list. Man, the Necromancer's Keep is big. It's a lot.
It's awesome.
It's very cool.
Well, here's the thing though. It's not a good purchase if it's your only castle, because the composition, like there's not a ton of other things you can build out of it because of the way I created that composition. It's a really awesome centerpiece. It's a fantastic keep, but if you don't have any other castles, you're not going to be able to do much other than some sort of big towery structure sort of thing. But if you get a bunch of the other sets and then it gives you, it's a good toolbox with all those other things. But if it's the only thing you have, it's kind of a one-trick pony, or it's like it could be a dwarf pony or like a Clydesdale pony, but like that's loud if it's through the wall.
Yeah. But could you imagine that rising out of a swamp?
Oh yeah, no, it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an awesome it's a fantastic. What is going on?
What is happening outside?
No, I love that. I love that build. Like I'm very proud of that one.
Everybody else can hear it too. It's like that is the loudest I think people have been in here. That's like in the hallway. That's outside.
Yeah, no, it's
like.
It's a party in the hall. Man,
I don't have the storage space to get into castles yet, which is fine. I'm spending enough money on other sets. Yeah, castles is like... Getting into castles is like another collection entirely, really. Like it's its own system. It's just the nature of castles is you need a lot of large pieces, really, to kind of sell the effect. Although you can do some really cool things with like a little bit of castles. Using castle walls as like palisades or
castles is fun.
Yeah,
like
I think people use just like castle walls like around a town. That's a really good use for it. There are things you can do without it being a full castle. I honestly thought it was coming from my neighbors until others mentioned hearing it. Yeah, like that, there's no way they need to be that loud to hear each other.
What?
What are they doing?
Partying?
I don't know. Oh my god. Hey, someone post some display cases they have in Discord and where to buy them. I'm gonna need them.
What display case?
I don't know if you're gonna find display cases large enough for a lot of. Well, you could display like some of the resin pieces and stuff from some of the big set pieces. I think it's what some people did with their Hellgates from Hellscape.
Now I have a little nook to do something over there. I wish I had. Where do those corner fills? Oh, I put them over here. Oh man, I messed up this corner now. Hang on.
Still have April build of the month in my garage unpacked. Dude, Wyvern Watch Castle was a massive thing. I'm surprised how many of those we sold, but like, it is a cool looking build. But that was a commitment. That was a build of the month. Like, that was the price of a like used car. Like,
No, it was a good. That was a fun one.
yeah.
That was. I miss Build of the Month.
Soon, right?
Maybe.
TM.
Yeah.
We've been
So,
Ray and I have been talking about what we can do with it moving forward.
Evergreenify.
To kind of like how we've been hitting on some really good stuff with it. How can we make it better? You know. Let's see. Planning some kind of open face cases I can use as display and storage.
Odin has some really neat. Odin Forge has some neat cases.
I feel like Odin Forge just has like.
He's got like a collection of like Predator figures and stuff that he.
Between that
Yeah,
and like
he's
his
got,
gym and everything, like it kind of just feels like he has his house together more than I ever will in my life. If I'm being real.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna fight you there, Chris.
I've seen your place.
Yeah. It's,
Let's see. Really
Yeah.
look forward to the build of the month videos during the pandemic. They were
yeah.
fun, and we want to. When we go back to it, we want it to be more fun than it's ever been.
Yeah.
I think is the thing.
Just a bandwidth issue right now.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes at the moment, but it's all setting up stuff so that when we get back into it, it's gonna be better.
Prepping 2 Kickstarters and fulfilling a 3rd Kickstarter and revamping the website.
Yeah. Just
The
setting up a lot of
one
infrastructure and.
Corner. If I put
Yeah.
this here,
Let's see.
go back to this.
It is 9:13.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a sec, but I'm really impressed. This is a good amount of coverage. Like this
It's a
feels
great
like
amount of coverage, and the fact that you
a
can
really
then
fun.
the fact that you can take this and then convert it into some other things for like
Dogecoin?
$50, convert it into Dogecoin, yeah.
Doge. It's like the E in.
Did you say Dogecoin?
Yeah, it's like the E
Nice.
in Wildemont.
You still want the natural bridge? You'll have your chance in several months. Depends on the state of shipping. It's supposed to be here by the end of the year, but we'll see what happens with shipping.
We can race that against Wildlands restock.
Yeah.
I mean Wildlands shipping.
That natural bridge is going to be available in regular Caverns paint, Ice Caverns paint, and Hellscape.
It's gonna be awesome.
And unpainted if you want to do something else with it. If you want to paint it Underdoom, you can do that as well. We won't have it painted in Underdoom, but you can paint it yourself if you get it unpainted.
All right, so we got a little thing. We'll walk through this and call it a night.
This is a nice build for like I think it was like around 320. I said.
It's a core, a bridge, a chasm, and a lava train tray.
Yeah.
All right, so we got you come in. You can't even see. Why don't you handhold? Yeah. We got an entrance here. Woo! Come on in through there. This is our nice little lava pit where we have this little extra bit over there. Got a fun area to do something here. You got the bridge, which is kind of the obvious way across. And we do the thing with mephits that are just like popping up everywhere and blowing up percussively. Could be fun. You can hop over. I don't know if you can see. There's a little island back here. So I took like it's one of the little straight chasm ledges and just put it on the back of this riser, and that makes like a nice little nice little thing. So you could sort of jump this way and kind of sneak your way over. You could jump over here, some longer jumps. There's a nice little crack there, like bunch of different ways to kind of go across. So you could do it all concurrently. I used a bunch of the chasm pieces up on end, like so they're just up on end to kind of signify walls here and kind of break up this space. I put the secret door over here. And my thought is maybe it's just like a little, if they find it, it's like a little, there's just like a little treasure trove or something, a little thing in there, like a little elemental node or something. I didn't build a room for it. It's just like, if they find it, it sweeps open and maybe there's something that helps them with the methods, right? It's like it's the thing, if they put the fire gem in there, it stops the methods from coming or something, or it's a cool water thing they can use to freeze them all, or I don't know, something fun there. But a couple of different ways to get across. And then there's this nice little nook. I like this little fun little nook over here. And then cracked floors, things, put a bunch of these, all the pools in one place. Maybe there's what I'm trying to get, some sort of magic water thing over here. And then, maybe we got the 4 elements. We've got fire from this. There's water here. Like the earth is hidden in this is the heart of the earth. And then the wind is like when they're up high, there's like wind in there. So then we've got, there's wind blowing them around on the thing and moving the methods around. And then there's an exit out over here. Whoop, ah. And we have a straight left over. So yeah, nice. It's a good coverage. So question is for the new folks, is there anything we didn't cover on basic caverns that would help you? I gotta take a picture of this one. And is there other, I don't know, what else would you need to see in a, hey, which cavern do I start with video?
Particularly with the newer people, especially the ones who are like actively right now trying to figure this stuff out. Anything that you are confused about, let us know, because that's the thing, is like we're trying to make these videos to specifically help out newer people that are just getting into this and trying to figure out how Caverns works and all that. Trying to make the store as accessible as possible. Gilded Poison says, looks like you just made a new build of the month. Bookmark that for when it's time. That's what sample builds are, right?
Yeah, that's really what sample
Hidden
builds
Mana
are.
says, my son Liam watching this says he likes these builds when there's a story. Story time, Nate?
Hey, Liam. Thanks for watching.
Maybe we do use this for a build of the month at some point. We'd have to wait until the bridge gets in stock.
And something, yeah.
Yeah, we just would need to... So it would need to be like the end of the year at the earliest when we get them in stock.
It's about when we pick up again
Live
anyway.
says, this has been an epic watch. Thanks so much. Any cool miniatures / scouter train to show off before you go?
We were gonna,
Before you skedaddle?
we were gonna work in the Lizard Folk pack. But how much is the Lizard Folk pack? $40?
It's
60?
40, 42. It's they're very cheap for how many minis you get.
Affordable, I think, is the term.
Yes, they're affordable.
Cheap is.
They're good at $48 for.
Yeah, and there's 2 guys missing.
4, 7. There's 2 guys missing here that we don't have in the
I don't even
studio.
see the
Unless
whole-
I gotta track them down somewhere.
We're gonna put these in one of the builds,
13,
but it's
14,
a lot of.
It's
1, 2, 3,
15 minis altogether.
5, 6. Wow, that's a lot of, including the shaman. Like you could do a whole. Maybe this is the Lizard Folk Hot Springs.
What is that sound?
It's,
Somebody's in the hallways just been shouting for the last 10 minutes. We don't know what
party
it is.
that we were not invited to. Not that we're bitter about it.
Yeah.
But they are clearly having more fun than not us, because we're having a good time here.
We're working so hard.
Hardly working.
Kodiak thought something here was funny.
Hey, Kodiak.
She says,
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Kodiak?
It's always comforting to have you here.
We should all come up with a story for this build.
Yeah.
This is very easily something we could do for a build of the month, which I think is the point. It's like what sample builds are, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see all those lizard folk, but we got a lot
Just
of.
like some of your dry ice and join the party.
A lot of.
Where are the pre-written adventures for each of these maps?
Oi.
Oh, they're with the extra bandwidth.
Oi.
Let's see.
It's a lot of lizards. It's fun.
Think of their idea. I've been seeing Nate do these live builds. I love seeing the innovative ways to use each piece.
Yeah, we did.
Well, apparently next week you're going to see him build in a tub, so.
Oh, I can't wait.
Or 2 weeks from now, something like that.
No, next week, because I don't think I should do it on Hagen's birthday, because I'll be in like birthday mode.
Acting like
before
he
the
wouldn't
stream.
want to throw some food coloring in a.
Oh yeah, he loves science.
A lizard folk parade. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I see right now
Why
is
not?
someone's party having a terrible
They're
time.
having a lizard parade.
15 minis for $20 unpainted. That's fair. If you get it unpainted, it's only $20, and like then you can
nuts.
do like different color schemes if you want with them. Like if you want to be like different kinds of, if you want to base them off of like different kinds of dragon like colors and stuff, you do that.
Well, and if you've got Skisraisa already, she makes
Yeah.
a great warrior queen for these guys. And like, no, I love this lizard folk pack. Like it's a fun bunch of variety.
The
and
lizard
they're-
folk sacred ceremonial conga line.
You don't mess with the sacred conga line. All right, well let's get out of here before this party rages out of control.
Well, now they're being quiet
Yeah.
for now. We'll see how long it lasts.
Wait, I should have turned this up. That would have. Oh, now
What's
that
up?
I realize. Oh, I was just realizing the light on the thing is. Wait, was that even? By
Oh, look at
itself? Yeah, I could have had more light.
It's
Oh,
kind of
well.
nice.
Yeah, well, you know, after the fact. Put it off.
That implies we were under control.
Yeah.
You can never have too many lizard folk. I didn't realize there were 15 in this pack until I started
Yeah.
putting it together today.
It's a fun, and they're you can get them pre-painted, so it's like you can just pop them. You can pop them on the table, paint your commander, and then
You
go.
will never need more lizard folk after you buy it. Like you get 15. When are you going to use more than 15 lizard folk in a fight?
Oh, you need more than 15.
Okay. Well, then,
You
when
need
they
to
kill
keep
one,
that,
you just
yeah.
like move it to the back of the line.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
the-
Oh, another
the
one came out.
The conga line, it just doesn't stop. You see, they come. The ever spotting conga line.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with lizardmen is you just want a lot, like lizard folk everywhere. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. We should go. We should get out of here.
Yeah, we should.
Thank you. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the ideas. Hopefully we'll shoot a video of all these builds and a few others, and hopefully it can help you on your way with Caverns. We should have written down the questions that people were asking about this because those are the basic.
Fair. I can look back through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the newer folk. If anybody has
Yeah.
any questions that they would like to see covered, anything that's confused them or anything, hit us up in the Discord.
You
I'm
can
always
also
checking
email
that.
OTA on the Anvil, OTA
Yeah.
at dwarvenforge.com. Or you can hit us on Twitter. I'm at Nate Taylor. He's at Chris London Film. You can at Dwarven Forge. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on dwarvenforge.com. You can find us at Gen Con, maybe?
One quick thing. Jade Kind's wondering if these lizard folk match the ones coming out of the water. Yes, they do. They're the same paint scheme and all that.
The ones coming out of the water are
I was surprised
they're
they
a
weren't this bad.
they're a sister breed. So they have venomous sacs on their necks, and their frills are a little more pronounced and colorful because they are venom spitters. So they and Skisraisa is of that breed. They're a superior breed of lizard folk.
Okay.
We definitively made them a little bit different, like in the same vein, but a little bit different, more regal. So they were like supposed to be like the ruling class, and they were the females that were venomous, so they could like you don't mess, you start pushing around Skisraisa, she just melts your face off with some acid.
I didn't know about that. I wasn't here for.
Yeah, check out their venom sacs. They have venom sacs and are badass. Like she is built, man. She can like just slay. No.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right.
So no. Thanks for all the new folks who joined us. I hope you had a good time. Hopefully we'll see you again, and hopefully we can answer your questions. And have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Be kind. Be dwarven.